Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second half of this back-to-back double-header of Mustangs semifinal basketball. We just witnessed the women unfortunately lose to the Brock Badgers by a final score of 69-65. That game went down to the absolute wire. It was a 2-point game with 10 seconds left, but unfortunately, the Mustangs couldn't pull it through. It is what it is. But now we are on to the men's semifinal matchup between the Western Mustangs and the Laurier Golden Hawks. This is the semifinal for the right to go to the Ontario Finals, which will take place on Saturday. So this is some very exciting stuff. Without further ado, we're going to switch to our broadcast team. We got Greg Campbell on the call and Zach Friedman on color. Guys?
Welcome everyone to Alumni Hall. I'm Zach Friedman. Greg Campbell's away from the desk right now, but he's going to give you the call in a few moments. It's another semifinal game in the second half of this doubleheader action we have. Unfortunately, Western Women's Mustangs not able to advance to the Critelli Cup final as they lost by a score of 69-62 to the Brock Badgers, and the Brock Badgers will be going back for a chance to win their first Critelli Cup since 1983, but for the Western Mustangs, it's a different story for the men. No Wilson Cup since 2002, but they're coming in hot. They are atop the West Division in the OUA, and they have one of the better offenses in the league. They are among the top 3 in points per game and are second in the league in field goals per made, and that's made with no exception to the play of Omar Shadou, who's been their best player the entire year with 19.6 points on the year. And he, even in their last game, in their win in the quarterfinals, Omar Shadou put up a stifling 41 points in that game, shooting 13 for 28 from the field. And he did just a stellar job of leading the Mustangs to victory in that game. And now they're able to come into this semi-final situation against the Laurier Golden Hawks as Greg Campbell is back at the table now. Greg, the game is going to be quite an exciting one tonight.
Well, I'm not sure what you really tipped off here before I just came over. I was doing my rounds, talking to the coaches, talking to the training staff, talking to the event staff. They've all put together a great show here, second game of a doubleheader here on 94.9, but not technically 94.9 this evening as we are on YouTube the first time for Radio Western. We're about a minute 40 from tip-off here at Alumni Hall, and they are right now contributing and honoring those who are all-stars for this season. But really, it's going to come down to a tale of who wears purple better, partner.
That's absolutely going to be the case. Unfortunately, tonight, Laurier wearing their white jerseys as the Mustangs want their chance to wear their true colors out here tonight. But, we got to take a look at the Laurier side. I just previewed a bit of Western's play. It's definitely going to be behind Omar Shadou. But looking at the Laurier side of the spectrum, it's going to be all about Ali So tonight, who's among the league leader in points, second in points per game, averaging nearly 24 points per game in the top 10 in three-point make and percentage.
Well, and there's the difference right there, is that he is not in the matchup either time these two teams played. So I talked to head coach Justin Stress for the Laurier Golden Hawks. They said, what's different about your team coming from the regular season matchup to now to the playoffs? He says, man, we just got to do our thing. He says, why stress about the things you don't have to stress about? He used to be an associate coach for the Ottawa GGs. Says this is 9th OUA semifinal in the 12 years he's coached. He says, when guys get uptight, when guys don't stay calm, when guys don't play their game and start playing timid, that's where the issues come in. It's the same thing we saw in the previous game in terms of Nate McKibben talking about when their team is free-flowing, that's what happens. They're good. They're moving the ball. They feel loose. What happened? The Lady Mustangs got a little tight. Guess what? The Brock Badgers pounced all over that. So it's the same thing we're going to see this evening, that pressure. Do the Western Mustangs have what it takes not only to book a chance for a trip to a provincial final, which could be held here should the Ottawa GGs win in the semifinal against the Carleton Ravens, a huge task to say none the least, or are they able to book a trip to the national championship on top of that? You saw Brad Campbell the last minute of the last game here on your Saturday afternoon. Emotions went from super low to super high to something in between, and they came out on top. But now the real test begins. You have a semifinal for the provincial team, and this is what playoff basketball is really made about.
Absolutely, and it was actually 5 years ago yesterday was the last time that Laurier and Western faced off in the postseason. It was in a first-round matchup, and They went, and the Laurier Golden Hawks, who were the 11th seed at the time in the more tournament style of bracket, went on to beat the Western Mustangs on the road in this very building by a score of 90-82. So we'll see if history ends up repeating itself tonight.
All right, now both teams line up for the national anthem. We are moments away, OUA semifinal action here at Alumni Hall. Who advances to the Wilson Cup? You're about to find out. Don't turn that dial.
Thank you very much, Greg and Zach. Yeah, we're going to take a short break here on Mustangs Live, this YouTube stream. Yeah. All right, enjoy some synthesizer stuff, and we'll be back. 50 seconds. And now, back to Alumni Hall for the semifinals of this OUA men's basketball matchup between the Western Mustangs and the Laurier Golden Hawks. Once again, Zach Friedman on color and Greg Campbell on the call. Guys?
Welcome back inside Alumni Hall. The theater lights on, and the show about to be produced over the next 40 minutes of action here at Alumni Hall. Is your Western Mustangs, is the Laurier Golden Hawks. Normally we say you're on 94.9 Radio Western right now, but you're joining us on the Radio Western YouTube page the first time I believe this has ever been done. Zach Friedman along with myself, Greg Campbell, and we just brought you the ladies semifinal where the Lady Stangs lost a 12-point lead to the Brock Badgers, courtesy of Melissa Taddy and company, who booked their trip to the Cruttelli Cup final on Saturday. Now it's a chance for Brad Campbell and his team, after surviving a scare Saturday afternoon here at Alumni Hall, getting over the hump. They lost the last 3 times in quarterfinal action here at Alumni Hall. Now they get to host a provincial semifinal. Zach, what's the key to this game for the Western Mustangs?
Well, when we were doing the Lady Mustangs game, we said the key to the game was going to be their defense. It's the exact opposite to this game. The Western Mustangs, one of the most electric offenses in the OUA, and their key to winning this game is them getting it done on the offensive end. They don't have a particularly good size advantage in the paint. They don't have a true center in the middle, and that's going to be tough for them on the rebounding margin. In fact, on the year, they had a rebound margin per game of -0.5, so consistently losing the rebound battle every game. So even the guards tonight need to make that much of a bigger effort on the glass, and that's the key. So Western needs to have a really good, well-rounded game in terms of limiting them to one possession and getting it done on the offensive end.
We're announcing the stars for the Western Mustangs right now. Eric Jenkins is 6'5", fifth-year guard out of Windsor, Ontario. Omar Shadou, fourth-year guard out of Brampton, Ontario. Julian Walker, 6'7", third year out of Barrie, Ontario. The Bulldog, Nicola Farkich, fifth-year senior, 6-foot guard out of Kitchener, Ontario. And Aaron Tent, 6'7", second year out of London, Ontario. Starting five for the Golden Hawks, we got Vladimir Lukomsky. We have Ali So, who was out of the previous contest between the two sides. We've got Majok Dang, 6'8", out of Surrey, BC. And then we got Nator Habaman, who is in his third year out of Kitchener, Ontario. We have Jackson Myers, 6'3", guard out of London, Ontario. The Laurier Golden Hawks, white uniforms, purple letter number logoing with a yellow trim, in the Western Mustangs, while they're in their purple uniforms like the Lady Mustangs, gray letter number and logoing and trim, and the Mustangs will be moving right to left to begin this contest. Frank Rizzuti, official here on Saturday afternoon, back at the helm. Vern Bovell and Augie Sokolovich are the 3 officials taking you through this contest. Zach Freeman alongside myself, Greg Campbell. Second semi-final game here at Alumni Hall. Mustangs moving right to left on your YouTube page here on your Wednesday evenings. Rizzuti with the toss. Walker is sizing up the tip, and Walker is going to lose that battle. The Golden Hawks moving left to right had the first possession of the game. Right away in the hands of So. So straight away matched up with Jenkins. Swings it to left wing. Golden Hawks moving the ball left to the pocket, right corner. Wide open three, checks his feet. Bang! Got it to go. Matt Minatello, the deep three.
Matt Minatello there, a great shooter, 37% from three on the year.
Tennant, on the other end, gets his shot altered right away. Tennant was a big key. The team's win on Saturday afternoon. Transition the other way, Golden Hawks, Minatello, who hit the pocket right corner three, didn't check his left foot on the pocket left corner, out of bounds turnover.
On that first possession there from the Golden Hawks, you could see a lot of attention is already given to So there's going to be a lot of room for other players like Minatello to get open looks in this game, and he didn't miss on that first one.
9:20 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 lead early on for the Golden Hawks, who try to remain golden in this 2019-2020 season. Walker on the baseline, left hand, strong dribble, fakes, goes to the left, finishes. He's going to get foul on the backside. Frank Rizzuti with the call. Julian Walker goes to the line for his first trip of the evening.
While Ben Stevens is a very tall center, Julian Walker is going to have that size advantage. He's just a much stronger player. He's among the league leaders in field goal, three-point, and free throw percentage, so just a great all-around offensive player. Look for them to get it down to him in the post early.
80% free throw shooter, rings true on that first one, averaging almost 18 points a game on the season, as well as 9.2 rebounds. And he does turn over the ball a fair bit, but a contributor nonetheless, makes both. League cut to one, 3-2-2. Golden Hawks moving left to right here. OUA semifinal action here on Radio Western, the YouTube page. Minatello has the ball matched up straight away with Farkic over the timeline. Defends him off with the right hand, dribble with the left. Tries a ball by Farkic. Farkic tried to use the sideline. His friend Minatello up and in. Beautiful job, Matt Minatello. Patience in the finish.
Great drive there by Minatello, but if you're the Western Mustangs, you can't give him that open lane to the basket every time.
Jenkins found something on the floor, and he kicked it off to the sideline to one of the OUA photographers, and Shadou's got the ball on the right wing. Pull-up jumper, beat Minatello, got it to go. Omar Shadou cuts the lead back to 1, 5-4. Jenkins was defending So. Now in the hands of Habamana. Habamana kicks it to the pocket right corner. Driving into the middle of the lane. Mayers. Shot missed. Ball up. Tennant with the strong rebound, fights off Mayers. In the hands of Farkic. Farkic over the timeline. Shadou, right wing three. Fans up. Bang! Omar Shadou gets it to go. 7-5 lead Mustangs.
Well, those are two pivotal members of the offense there. Farkic, the leader in assists in the OUA, just finding Shadou for the open three.
Habamana almost turned it over to Tennant. Now Shadou on the baseline with Mayers right all over him. 10 on the shot clock. Picked up the dribble, the noise. Pick it up here at Alumni Hall. Tipped out of bounds by Julian Walker. Pass intended for Ben Stevens, the 6'9", third-year forward out of Halifax, Ontario. Great hustle by the Mustangs defense.
The Mustangs crowd getting into it early. I mean, we can hear it all the way through our headsets. They are loud early.
And we saw a split in the first game when the Badgers faithful seemed to have the upper hand. Not this time. Ali So with the ball. Jenkins with the reach. Tried to reach around the cookie jar on that one. Got a little too much hand on that one. Bails him out, and the Golden Hawks will get a reset.
Well, Eric Jenkins is always looking for opportunities to poke the ball loose. He's second in the OUA in steals with 2.6 per game, and he's going to have a very tough cover today in Ali So, the top player, as an early substitution here. Campbell Archer, who is a very talented player, averaging a double-double, checks in early here for Laurier.
He's wearing the all-purple basketball shoes with the white Nike socks on the inbound on the left wing. Here we go. Habamana into the lane against 10. Spins off left hand, high off glass shot miss. Tennant with the high point and rebound. Here they go the other way. The Bulldog, Farkic on patrol in OUA semifinal action here on Radio Western. 7:37 left to go in the first quarter. 7-5 lead for the Mustangs. Jenkins tries to get Minatello. Too strong, too fast. Put back! Tennant off the miss.
Well, Tennant, just such a stellar athlete, does a great job following the shot there and is able to put it back for an emphatic 2.
So tries to split 2, 3, 4 defenders, try to slip it underneath. Turnover, pass intended for Habamana. But you can see Ali So's dribble penetration, impressive being for Mustangs defenders.
What the Mustangs defense is doing really well, though, is they're trapping him whenever he comes into the middle, trying to make him to make difficult passes. There he just throws it out of the reach of his teammate, and it goes out of bounds. It's Mustangs ball.
Mustangs in the purple uniforms moving right to left. Farkic picked up the dribble into Jenkins in the post. Matchup with So, double coming. Can he find a man? Finds it. Walker is on the baseline now. Now kicks it back to Jenkins. Pocket left. 3! Bang! Timeout on the floor. 12-5 lead for Brad Campbell and his team. And the Mustangs, just like the ladies in their opening contest here this evening, come out of the stable galloping to a 12-5 lead.
Well, this is a lethal offensive team. This is an incredible three-point shooting team. This is probably the best three-point shooting team that Brad Campbell has had in quite some time. They're first in the league in makes and second in the league in percentage. So not only does this team hit a lot of threes, they're hitting them at such an efficient clip that they're able to turn runs into huge leads very early in games. And you're seeing that here as it's already 12-5.
We're averaging 88 points a game, nearly a game. That's good for third in the OUA, and averaging 32 field goals made a game. And as you said, a high clip. They also move the ball very well, averaging nearly 18 assists a game. One flaw on the turnovers, averaging 14 a game. That's middle of the pack, 8th in the OUA, something they're going to have to clean up. Now, right in front of us is a timeout on the floor. The crowd, a bit more of a healthy crowd, we'll say. Mustangs faithful here in this contest, though it's kind of hard to tell with all the lower A folks wearing purple as well.
Absolutely. You never really know who's who's. I mean, you can tell with some people because they've got the gold trimming on their sweaters, but if you're just wearing purple, you could be cheering for any team right now. But what's really great is the amount of coverage that this game is getting. I see 5 cameras in total, 3 on the court level.
12-5 lead for the Mustangs, 6:50 left to go here in the first quarter. OUA semifinal action. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing it to you here on Radio Western, the YouTube page. So, into the lane, my apologies, not so. Pull-out dribble shot is going to be in and out and then back into the toilet bowl. Vladimir Lukomsky, the first-year guard out of Mississauga, makes his impact felt.
Well, Romello Taylor early getting in there, averaging about 9 points a game, just gets a sweet roll off the rim there.
Minatello almost with the steal. Farkic pull-up jumper over Minatello, who grabs the rebound. He's trailing him on the play, now transition for the Golden Hawks. Ends up in the pocket right corner, so Jenkins went to help, back out to Minatello on the right wing. Deep three, thought about trying to alter it to pass into the hands of Farkic. 5-on-5 the other way. Shadu, deep three. Too strong on that. Minatello getting back-to-back rebounds. So, trying to slow down. Shadu would have got the place off their feet if he made that on that one. Step back, 3 left wing, too strong. Rebound on the play by Archer. Archer doubled underneath. Pocket left corner, Minatello. Around the world they go into the hands of So on the right wing. Now ends up in the pocket right corner. That's in and out, and a rebound. Walker. Good job by the Mustangs.
Good team defense there. Even though they did get the second chance opportunity, Western doing a great job rotating.
Farkic kicks it out. Walker straight away. That ball got altered, tipped, and it's going to fall in. Minatello with the tip. Walker with the walk-in basket from the land beyond. The lead is 15-7. 5:25 left to go in the first quarter.
Western Mustangs getting all of the bounces here early.
Ball's going to be in the pocket left corner right now. Batching up was Archer. Archer off glass, too strong.
Walker just not ready to receive the hard hit he took from Archer there. Archer just able to bully himself into inside positioning and had an easy layup for 2.
Bulldog to the handoff to Jenkins. Over to shoot straight away back to Farkic. Farkic to had Minatello. Walker back to back. Oh! No! Can you believe what's happening? It's snowing outside. It's raining here in Alumni Hall. Walker back-to-back threes. My goodness, Julian Walker back-to-back threes. We didn't think that was going to happen. Laurier, how do they respond on the other end? Minatello on the left wing, ends up in the pocket left corner. Golden Hawks driving baseline, back out right wing, ends up in the pocket right corner. Tay trying to block, no answer. Taylor, finish.
Well, going back to the last possession, Julian Walker just asserting himself early, and it's always a bonus to your team when you have a big that can shoot as well as he does, 42% from 3.
4:20 to go here in the first quarter, 18-12 lead for the Mustangs. Now Walker into the lane. He's got a post move, nope. Travel on that one, the call made by Vern Bovell, the trail official on that one. And well, I mean, you get what you can get out of it. And now he gets a substitution. Tyler Thompson checking into the first time. As is for the first time, Aaron Sharma, 6'5", second-year guard at Milton, and Eric Jenkins is going to get a breather.
Well, Julian Walker just trying to do a lot here early, and you know, when you play post defense that well, sometimes it just causes them to make that extra move, which ends up resulting in a travel.
Golden Hawks, white uniforms moving left to right. So step back 3 over Sharma. Bang! Ali, so what a shot, and now we are down to a one-possession game, 18-15.
That's just a tough shot there by So.
Farkic trying to create contact coast to coast the other way. So Ali So, a gamer alongside Omar Shadu. That'll be an interesting battle all the other way. but it's the Bulldog Farkish controlling the tempo of this game. Big three made by So. Again, we saw in the first game by LeBlanc a change of pace and the veteran heading to the line for his first.
Nikola Farkic with a veteran move, understanding that Laurier was starting to heat up and they were starting to go with a quicker pace of play. Drives straight to the basket, looking for the foul so that he can slow the game down.
Lekomsky's going to come in after both free throws made by Farkic. 20-15, breathtaking pace to say the least. 3:54 left to go here in the first quarter. Brad Campbell, his team, 3 straight OUA quarterfinal losses here at Alumni Hall. Big win Saturday afternoon against the Laurentian, and now they have a chance to voyage their way either to a home date should the GGs win or on the road to the nation's capital. Ball ends up in the pocket right corner. Back-to-back threes, pocket right corner. This time, Adon Begovic, the 6'7" third-year forward out of Mississauga.
Well, Adnan Begovic, not the best three-point shooter, but has the ability to hit it from the corners.
Begovic with the big three and a turnover by Farkic. So, Joe one the other way, bounce pass. Lekomsky tried to go up. Shadu with the active strip, and though they prevent the basket, Laurier will have it underneath the net with 21 on the shot clock.
Great play by Shadu there. Whether it was going to be a foul or it ended up being the strip, you never want an easy fast break opportunity like that opportunity there that Mayers had.
So on the inbound to Archer. Archer and Tennant squares it out, try to force it. Rizzuti with calling a tip on Tennant. Tennant said there's no foul on that, and he is right. So straight verticality by Aaron Tennant, who's 6'7", and his length and wingspan gave fits to the Voyagers Saturday afternoon. So far, he's quiet in this contest. Gonna try it again. So it's gonna be matched up now. It's Archer. Archer again to Tennant. Archer inside, foul, no foul, up and in. Big boy move, Archer. Just too much size on Tennant.
That's just a strong move. Archer averaging 12 points a game. He's also top 10 in the OUA in field goal percentage.
3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 20 apiece here at Alumni Hall. Farkic, bang! Right wing three off the free from Omar Shadu. 3-point lead restored.
Well, Nikola Farkic is such a floor general that sometimes you forget about his offensive ability. He is a phenomenal three-point shooter.
High double attempted for So on that play. Gets the ball back in his hands after briefly distributing it to Mayers. On the left wing, match up with Shadu. Here comes the devil. Farkic kicks back to the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Step back three is going to be air ball on that. Trying to save the ball. He does on the play is Taylor into the hands of Farkic. The Alumni faithful picking up the noise here. You can tell they want to get on their feet on any big made basket. Farkic into the lane, adjust right to left hand. The Bulldog on patrol, 5-point lead Mustangs. Nikola Farkic, a scoring machine here in the first quarter, and the Golden Hawks trail by 5. Nice sweep pass underneath on the play, Taylor to Mayers.
Mustangs going with some heavy switches early, and that's leaving holes in their defense, and it left a wide open layup there for Mayers.
1:50 to go here in the first quarter on 94.9 Radio Western. Farkic with the sweet hands, tries to convert, and one! Nikola Farkic with the flex to the crowd, and Eric Jenkins with the double bicep flex as well by the bench. Farkic, 4 straight points, a trip to the line for one more. A 27-22 lead for the Mustangs.
You know, with the way the crowd's gotten into it, you would think it would be a 15-point lead for the Mustangs, but both sides coming out here early offensively. But Nikola Farkic just going on an offensive tear here early in the first quarter, going to the line for his 3rd trip after an amazing move with the left hand there to put it up and over the defender.
Farkic early on in the year in a game in the new year here against the Griffins went off, and he was the Radio Western player of the game. As he gets the 3-point play to go, he'll get a well-deserved break. Jenkins back into the game. He went off in that game, and I talked to him about how good does it feel to get on a scoring tear like that. He says he takes it where he can. He knows he has to be aggressive. So far, so good. 28-22 lead with 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Golden Hawks. Left to right they move here on your YouTube page for Radio Western. Minatello, pocket right wing three missed. Walker rebound into the hands of Thompson. Jenkins picks up the pace off the feed from Thompson. Back to Thompson, left wing. Takes it back out. Jenkins gets his man moving. Star step, left hand fade away off the right foot. In and out, high point and rebound by the Golden Hawks. Transition the other way, 5-on-4. Minatello gets Jenkins moving. Ball's going to be tipped around. No call. Yes, they are. Frank Rizzuti with the over and back. Did he get it right on that one?
He definitely got it right there. No tip. Just Mayers was expecting a little bit of a harder defense play. Gives it over to Minatello. Minatello honestly had a bit of a travel, it seemed, and the Mustangs got up thinking it was a travel, but then just completely throws an errant pass that ends up being backcourt violation.
Shadu, step back, baseline three, right into the waiting hands of Habamana. 4-on-2 the other way, toss off to Minatel, tried to dump it behind the pocket right corner for Jackson Mayers, out of bounds, sloppy transition, can't be doing that.
The Mustangs are getting really lucky here because that was a bad shot by Shadu. They're getting a little cocky here on the offensive end as the Golden Hawks start playing a bit of a full court press defense here to try and limit the transition opportunities for the Western Mustangs.
Thompson with a half-hearted pass inbounds to Jenkins, got tipped back out of bounds. So 53 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Your Western Mustangs have 28-22 in OUA semifinal action, getting over the hump for the first time in 3 years after three straight quarterfinal losses here at Alumni Hall. Waiting by the scores table, Ukasha Khan, and it's going to be a charge on the play called on the backside by Bernd Voval. Great defense by the Golden Hawks with the turnover.
Smart play there by Militello to back off the screen a bit, knowing he's going to come hard through, trying to make that cut to the left side. Just steps in front, takes it square to the chest, and it's a charge.
So and Thompson painting him to the right side in the blue shoes, blue Nike shoes. So now matched up with Khan. Gets inside position, it's going to be a dump off inside. Mismatch, Habamana and Thompson. Scott look for the double into the hands, back to Habamana. 7 on shot clock, Bovell with the push. Thompson is going to get called for the foul. They should have exploited that earlier. I don't know how they didn't have a basket on that trip.
Tyler Thompson's face looks scary on defense, and he's not a big guy. Not a big guy in the slightest, but he's looking at the defenders, eyes wide open, and he's talking to the bigger Habimana in the post, wanting him to back him down.
12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Left wing three, in and out, rebound high pointed by Walker, last possession, as the assistant coaching staff and Brad Campbell yell out for slide. So Walker's going to slide over to the right side. Jenkins ISO now. They've got 3 on the right side, and they got Connor in the pocket left corner. Takes a screen, Habamana from Walker. Jenkins, right side, kicks it out. Con, pocket left corner, ends up at Thompson. Thompson gets it to go. No, he doesn't. Rebounded at the end by Ben Stevens. And that signals the end of a blitzing first quarter. Mustangs lead 28-22. Partner, what do you see from the Mustangs you like and don't like so far?
Well, the Mustangs, I like what they're doing offensively. They're finding open shots. They're making the extra pass when it's right. But what I don't like is defensively, they're still allowing too many cuts to the back door. You can let Ali So take as many step-back threes as he wants. He's obviously going to hit a couple. He's averaging 24 points a game. But if the only shot he wants to take in this game is step-back threes, allow it to happen. Just stop what's going on in the paint. Limit points in the paints. That's the key to victory in a playoff game.
The Mustangs come into this contest 16-6 on the year, finished with a 6-4 record in their last 10 games in the regular season. Their rivals, the Laurier Golden Hawks, the other team in purple, we'll call them, an even 500 on the year, 7-3 in their last 10 games. We look at the opening stats here in the first quarter. Not a lot going on for the visitors. They've got 2 scores at 5. Minatello with 5, 2 of 3 from the field. And they got Romello Taylor 2 of 3 from the field as well. They end up shooting 56% in that first quarter, but they trail by 6 for Western. Who stands out?
Well, Western, it's all about Nikola Farkic early. 10 points, 3 assists very early, shooting 3 for 4, also 3 of 3 from the line. And it's not Omar Shadu who's the first option right now. And that's really great because later in the game, it's going to open up so many opportunities for him, because right now it's the combination of Farkic and Walker doing the trick, and also the Western Mustangs shooting 56%. But the difference, shooting 5 of 8 from 3 for a percentage of about 63%. And they're also 5 for 5 from the line. And Laurier is yet to take a free throw tonight. They're also winning the turnover battle 5-2.
One of the worst in the league with turnovers, averaging nearly, let's see what the stat line says here, 16 a game. So Frank Rizzuti with his left hand on his forehead right now, talking to Tyler Thompson. They're chatting it up. Rizzuti, an official here in Western's quarterfinal action win over Laurentian Voyagers earlier on Saturday afternoon, called right here on 94.9 Radio Western. Except we're on YouTube right now. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell. Semifinal action. Who gets into the Wilson Cup final? Got 30 minutes to decide. Second quarter underway. Walker to lane and a backside trailing foul on the play. They didn't like that. Brad Stevens he thought a clean foul, but he did trail on Julian Walker. Walker heads to line for 2.
Well, Stevens doing a good job of getting up to the ball. Unfortunately, Walker just does such a great job of getting his shoulder into the body of Stevens, that Stevens has to impede on Walker's space, and now Walker's at the line for 2.
Makes the first. One interesting thing during warm-ups, a lot of guys dunking like Tennant and company, you know, the big-time show players. When you see Walker quietly working on his pull-up jumper, quietly working on his three-pointer in warm-up, and he's done a good job there. Gets 2 to go, and he's got 5 points in this 8. He's got 10 now, along with 3 rebounds, so 2 scores in double digits. So a little bit of a mishap on the inbound there. Laurier is going to have the ball. So Rizzuto's going to hand it off to Nator Habamana. Into So. Golden Hawks moving left to right. Hand off to Habamana. Habamana's going to set up on the right wing. Minutella switches back out straight away. They find him, tries to dump it underneath, and tries to get his man up. And a big boy dunk, 6'9" of Ben Stevens finds the back of the rim.
Well, Stevens recognizing he had Farkic on him. That's about a 6 to 7 inch difference, and he just goes right on top of him.
30-24, 9:20 left to go here in the first half at Alumni Hall. Now it's Walker, step back off the right foot, good! Julian Walker, 12 points, and he sidestepped Ben Stevens for good measure on that one.
That is about as clean as a ball can go through the hoop. He moonshotted that one, high arcing shot. Goes right down.
Stevens had the screen for Minutella, ends up in the pocket left corner. Rebound for Laurier, second chance opportunity. Habamana gets it over Walker. No box out. Brad Campbell doesn't like that one.
Well, what did we talk about before the game? Rebounding is a critical area for the Western Mustangs. They need to limit these possessions to 1 basket.
A chance for a national championship run and a Wilson Cup final appearance on the line for both sides. Shot missed by Jenkins out of the race. So coast to coast. Walker trying to get him. So adjusts with the video game acrobatics. Timeout on the floor. Brad Campbell must not like the start for his team here in the second quarter, coming out flat. 32-28 timeout Western.
Well, So after going 1 for 3 from the field, all shots coming from 3 in the first quarter, So says, I need to do something differently. I need to be able to utilize my dribble penetration skills, and he does there, and an excellent move with the right hand to get around the Western defenders. Western needs to find a way to limit his chances through the middle and need to work him around to the side where they can potentially trap him.
10-0 run by the visitors to begin the second quarter here at Alumni Hall, as we have the Golden Hawk patrolling opposite of the scorers table here in the stands, waving over to his home fans and to the bench. So it's a battle of who wears purple better at this point, as the Western Mustangs band starts to get into it with the fight song for the Mustangs. But a healthy crowd here on a Wednesday evening. I mean, partner, you can't ask for much more if you're the marketing department for the university.
All I can ask about the marketing department is, where's the Mustang at? The Mustang is missing from this game.
Well, it's a little harder to bring a live horse into a basketball court. It is easier for football, but I know what you mean, the blow-up doll for the Mustangs, the mascot. We don't know where he or she is, but we'll find out what happens. Action back on the court. A 2-2-1 full court press implored by the Golden Hawks. Mustangs will break it, moving right to left. The Bulldog back out to Walker. Walker, can he get his third three? Yes, he can! Julian Walker, three-pointers, and you must be kicking yourself if you're Justin Stress coming out of the timeout.
Big-time players make big-time plays, and Julian Walker made a big play right out of the timeout.
No look pass from Minutella, pocket left corner, so miss. Habamana with the rebound and one. He got that ball from his mid-thigh area, brought that ball up. Nor Habamana with the adjustment and the and one opportunity. So again, a big momentum changer. Julian Walker with the third straight three. Habamana with the chance for a three-point play. Laurier stays in this game.
What an impressive left-handed scoop shot.
It's a free throw, is good.
Does a great job getting Walker in the air.
Farkic kind of backing down So in that full court press. Easily breaks. He gains So's respect. Backdoor, Khan up and in! What a backdoor cut! The Khan over Noah Habamana. And this place is on its feet, 37-31 lead. 7:30 to go here in the first half. Habamana into lane disrupted, and he gets to go 5 straight. Habamana with the big response again off the big basket from Western. Look at this basketball play here.
Well, it's a very quick game right now, but you got to ask yourself, if you're the Western defenders, how can you let one guy continuously go through 3 of you on the low block? You got to at least get your hands in there, try to cause some kind of disruption.
Bulldog with the left-hand dribble over Habamana. It's going to get shot. Altern Mayers with the basket interference on the play. And Nikola Farkas, recognizing the big to small matchup, uses his speed, gets the basket to go.
Well, he's done a stellar job with his dribble penetration today. And now it's going to cause the defense to be wary of his shooting ability. And you know, when they start to now take the shot, that's when it's going to open up his passing game.
Tennant back into the game for the Golden Hawks. Justin Streze putting out the horseshoe signal, it looks like, for the Golden Hawks. So, straight away matched up with Jenkins. Thought about using the screen into lane, kicks it. Pocket, left corner 3, in and out, rebound, Walker. Walker to Jenkins. Jenkins picks it up. Track meet here at Alumni Hall. Moving right to left are the Mustangs. Purple uniform sponsored by Under Armour. Farkic, dribble drive, up and in! Off the glass, Nikola Farkic. Where did the gaming come out of control? He's a scoring machine here on your Wednesday evening.
Nikola Farkic, early in this game here, as Julian Walker is going to get called for a foul.
A little big boy action with Archer on that play. Will end up on the baseline for the Golden Hawks.
But Nikola Farkic just taking contact like a champ tonight, staying focused, maintaining that high level of concentration, and just kissing it off the glass repeatedly.
Farkic on the year, not the team's highest score, 8.3. That is good technically for 6 on the team, but the Bulldog does a little bit of everything, to say the least. 5 rebounds a game and 7.2 assists a game. So his veteran leadership felt here early on. 41-33 lead for your Western Mustangs. 6:24 left to go here in the first half. Substitution coming, Arian Sharma back into the game. Julian Walker out. So Walker pumping up that right hand underneath like a cup action, saying, come on, keep it up, keep the energy up. So he takes a well-deserved break. Him and Farkic, the leaders of this team, showing up here on your Wednesday evening. And Jenkins tips the sole pass into the hands of Farkic. Turnover, Golden Hawks. The Bulldog, left hand, stutter step, finds Tennant, slip underneath, and in. That is classic pick and roll action. Timeout on the floor. Justin Suarez irate, and guess what? Omar Shadu waving his right hand like, oh, it's a little hot in here, and yeah, it is. 10-point lead, 43-33, timeout on the floor.
And that is what happens when Nikola Farkic draws the defense on his potential to drive it to the basket. 2 guys follow Farkic to the rim there. Tennant with a great roll, and he actually jumbled the ball a bit on his way up, but able to maintain his control and put that off the glass. For a second, I thought he could have even lobbed it up there, but going for the simple play is the smart play, as the Mustangs now extend their lead into double digits.
Farkic, known for that high basketball IQ, again gets the double, and as you just mentioned, slips it underneath on that play. And it's just simple fundamental basketball, and that's why he's such a stabilizing and guiding force for Brad Campbell and his team. Brad Campbell knows a little something about losing leads here at Alumni Hall, but they did get over the hump on Saturday afternoon. A 10-point lead right now. They want to make sure they go into the half feeling like they have the momentum on their side. And really, it's only 2-1 fouls from both sides. You're finding that Razudi, Bobel, and Sokolovic kind of laying like the ladies' game, letting them play it out a bit here.
Well, it's playoff basketball, and you know, last week I was commentating the Ryerson Mustangs hockey series. And, you know, I told Steve Kopp before the game, I was like, I think the refs are going to let them play, and they didn't in that game. Many calls, but in this game, letting them play.
Golden Hawks moving left to right out of the timeout in the white uniform, purple and yellow letter number logoing and trim. Habamana on the back door from the feed from Archer again, just slipped his way behind the defense, and it looked like Sharma got lost on that one.
Mustangs have had no answers for Habamana early, just having his way with the Mustangs in the post.
Bulldog just shoves off a Golden Hawk defender now. Shadu straight away 3 in and out. High point and a rebound by Archer. Archer in those purple shoes, waving off help, and he's got Shadu. Backing him into the lane, left hand, gets another man up in the lane, gets it to go. Backed off Jenkins, Shadu came to help. Archer, too much man on that one. Back to Farkic, and right to left over the timeline. Brad Campbell calling for slide. Farkic on the left side, screen from Tennant, uses it. Tennant into the lane, match up with Minatello. 2-3 zone, ball tipped by Archer. Here they come the other way. Mayers picks up his dribble to Minatello. Swung into the left side, dumped underneath. It was intended on the play, out of bounds for Archer. Turnover, Golden Hawks.
On that last play by Farkic, not a great shot attempt, especially with the longer defender Archer on him. Just blocked the shot right out of his hands.
5 minutes to go here in the first half. 43-37 lead. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing you through OUA semifinal action here at Alumni Hall on YouTube. Radio Western for the first time on YouTube Live. Shadu into the line, coast to coast. It's like they forgot about Omar Shadu and how he could score.
Just too easy. You know, we talked about how they allowed Habimana to come right through the middle. Now it's Laurier just allowing Omar Shadu into the middle as Campbell Archer puts in a basket for the Golden Hawks.
Archer's just having his way in the paint. We talked about in the first contest, the Badgers found their way into the paint. They won the rebounding battle. And you know that points in the paint are at a premium here in the playoff as Minatello with the strip off the weak pass from Sharma. Farkic with the foul. Minatello follows right in front of his bench. She's going to be helped up by his teammate in Habamana. A little slap on the butt with the left hand. And looks like he'll be no worse for wear, but great active defense with 4:18 left to go in the first half.
Minatello looking a little bit shaken up, but it appears he's going to stay on the floor.
It's got kind of those forest green Nikes with the black trim on the backside and the black Nike swoosh matched up with Omar Shadu right now. So Vern Bovell telling the scores table, round it up from the shot clock from 14 to 24, full court press, half-hearted that is, by the Mustangs, keeping them in check. Abamana moving left to right, Adidas uniforms, puts up the figure one, the right hand, dribbles with the left on the left wing, goes into lane, kicks it back out, ball swung around to So. So with the drop step, moves to the left, behind the back to the right, forces his way between two defenders, ball gets stripped. Tennant with the ball on the floor, a fight. Tennant almost gets lifted off the ground by Archer, a jump ball.
You can live with that because even though it's a jump ball and it will be Laurier Golden Hawks ball, it was Tennant who went to the floor, got that ball first, trying to limit them to one possession on the offensive end.
14 on the shot clock, 3:58 on the game clock, 45-39 lead for your Western Mustangs, trying to book their trip to the Wilson Cup title game. Archer on the inbound, match up with Tennant, squares him up, jabs once, goes over him, right hand extended, too strong. Tennant with the rebound, and it's going to be Bovell with the call on the rebounding foul. That'll be the second of the game for the Golden Hawks in this quarter.
Well, just a great play there by Tennant trying to box out, and then it's Archer trying to go over top. If you box out correctly, once Archer tries to go on top of you, the refs are going to be forced to call that over the back foul every time.
Farkic on the inbound from Jenkins. Match up with Minatello. Puts his left hand to the ground, shoves him off, switches to the left hand. Screen from Tennant high. Picked up the dribble. Back to Shadu. Shadu straight away between the legs. Right hand switches over to the left. Trying to back down the man. Archer almost with the steal into the hands of Farkic. Behind the back, right to left. Adjusts to the left hand. Too strong. Rebound. It's going to end up in the hands of Sharma. Sharma gets it. 12 on the shot clock to Shadu on the left wing. Shadu between the legs. Bounce to Sharma. Sharma gets Habamana moving. Ball stripped on the play. Active hands by Mayers. Over to So. So to Jenkins. It's an offensive block. And no one likes that call. Frank Rizzuti with the block call. No one likes it from the Mustangs bench. Does he have a case on that one with the sliding feet as Ali So goes to the line for two?
Well, Ali So appeared to push off there from Jenkins. And Brad Campbell absolutely furious about the call as now So's going to go to the line for two. And I'm not sure how many fouls on Jenkins that is, but if that's either his second or his third, that is a costly foul at this point in the game.
So, nothing but net on that first one. Averages 24 a game, 78% from the field. And the best song in sports, The Boo, coming out right now for Ali So. Silence that one, radio silence to be exact, and Tyler Thompson back into the game, Jenkins out. 45-41, 3:14 left to go here in the first half. Officials conferring between each other, Frank Rizzuti and Bovell, as well as Augie Sokolovic. Looks like they're just trying to sort out a foul situation. 4 for the Mustangs, 2 for the visitors. Shadu on the inbound. It's going to be Brad Campbell with the right thumb down, calling for the play. Sharma. Straight away to Tennant on the slight right side of that center line by Habamana. And off to Thompson on the right wing. Now it's Sharma. Sharma on the left side. High point rebound. So with a right-handed rebound. Outlet pass. Laurier trying to capitalize in transition. Pulling up the dribble was Bogovic. Now he's backing down Sharma. Sharma all over him with a scream on that play and a dribble hand off to Habamana. Doubled, ball kicked around, 8 on the shot clock. Minatello into lane, that should be a charge, and that is a charge. Arian Sharma coming up big and yelling, let's go, as he gets up.
Same official there that time, makes the correct call. Sharma gets there right before, just a split second before Minatello drives baseline, and he takes it right to the chest.
Stevenson, Bogovic out on the play. Thompson with the inbound. Thompson to Sharma, back to Thompson. Mustangs moving right to left. Thompson picked up the dribble. Farkic spun off his man to Minatello, now matched up with So. Backing him down with the left hand extended. Dribble handoff with the right to Shadu. Over to Sharma. Sharma to Havamana. And the Bulldog on the left wing. Screen from Tennant. Tries baseline. Match up with Mayers. Kicks it back out. Sharma, 3 on the shot clock. Into lane. Reverse layup and in!
Puts a little English on that one to Sharma. Goes up and under with that nice little side spin off the right side of the glass.
So called for the screen. Got Thompson moving. Basically, Thompson moved all the way into the paint. A push off Brad Campbell called for. All for naught. Ali So straight away 3. Got it to go. Looks up at the scoreboard as the timeout is called. 47-44. And I mean, Tyler Thompson looks like a tackle dummy on that one there.
You know, it hasn't just been on that play. It's been the entire game. I think that's the 5th or 6th time Tyler Thompson has gone down in this game. And now, like, he's got it in the ref's head that he's just looking for calls. So they're not going to call whenever he goes down. It's also just the fact that he's so small that any touch to his chest, he's just going to throw him a million miles away. So Tyler Thompson's looking for calls here. And in playoff basketball, you just got to play hard. You got to get back up. You can't just stay on the floor looking for the call.
That was a highlight reel step back 3 on that one by Ali So. Just kind of pushed him 10 feet into the paint area here at Alumni Hall as we have OUA semi-final action here on your Wednesday evening on YouTube. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell, courtesy of 94.9 Radio Western. Don't tell you we haven't been there. We've been there for the hockey games all year. Now we've had a pair of OUA semi-final contests here at Alumni Hall. The Lady Mustangs coming up short, blowing a 12-point lead to Melissa Taddy and the Brock Badgers, who have booked their trip to the Critelli Cup on Saturday afternoon, which they shall be hosting. Second game, Brad Campbell and his team trying to advance to the Wilson Cup, which most likely would be at Carleton, where Dave Smart and company are just licking their chops at a chance at another national championship run. And over back on that, Aaron Sharma to Shadu, miscommunication, and now the Laurier faithful getting into it.
Just not a good play by Sharma. It looked like he was always trying to pass that behind the line, just not being aware of where he is on the court.
So the shot clock, because of that turnover there, and it's an over and back, will be to 14 instead of 24. Habamana on the inbound, gave it to So, back to Habamana, calls with the left hand. So with the screen, pops out to the right, trying to free him up was Mayers. Mayers with the screen, slips into the lane. Habamana crossover left to right, bounce pass pocket right corner, fumbled around, 1 on the shot clock, he's got to get it off. Shot clock violation, even though the basket was made. Mishand on the play by Jackson Mayers, the London native with the turnover.
Western Mustangs once again getting lucky on that end of the floor. The Western Mustangs haven't been guarding the 3 well at all in this second quarter, and statistically on the year, among the worst in the OUA at 3-point defense. They're allowing the 16th 3-point percentage to opponents, so just not good at all.
Shadu right wing 3, in and out, and that ball's fumbled around, ended up in the Mayor, or my apology, not Mayers, into the hands of So off the tip from Stevens. Stevens, no look to Mayers. Mayers on the left pocket wing, reverse layup, too strong, Tennant alter that slightly, bumped out of bounds. It's going to be a travel on the play.
That actually could have been a goaltending on Tennant, as Tennant on the block grabbed the mesh and pulled the basket a bit with him, altering the shot. Missed call there by the officials.
47-44, 101 left here in the first half. And it looks like the Bulldog waving his hand back and forth as if a bye-bye with the right hand to set up this next play call. Sets up on the right wing, crossover left to right, step back 3. It's going to roll in and out into the hands of Habamana. Habamana, no look, stretched outlet pass. Golden Hawks going to set back up with So up top. It's a foul on the back door. Looks like Habamana was trying to get through the screen of Thompson. And Thompson, a little smack talk with Ben Stevens there.
Tyler Thompson finally getting a call to go his way. Doesn't fall on this one. Instead, just an illegal screen down low by Stevens. And Thompson talking a little trash in Stevens' direction. He definitely was not pleased about that, as Begovic will be coming back into the game for Stevens.
42 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. Entertaining first half here on Radio Western's YouTube page. 47-44. Shadu dribble handoff to Sharma. Sharma between the legs, almost lost the ball. Back to Tennant. Teva met by Haveman almost near the midcourt area. To Shadu. Shadu step back right by the free throw line, in and off the left side. Haveman a rebound. One shot left. Do they push the pace or do they slow it down? Haveman is going to slow it down, match up with Farkic. Bright yellow Nike shoes, white trim. Haveman got the hard screen from So. It's going to dribble it back out. Left wing three. Bang! Begovic. Deep three. This game's tied at 47. Shadu tried to get the inbound. Shadu's going to give it up in that situation. And that's what you didn't want. Momentum for the Laurier Golden Hawks heading into the half, and we're tied at 47.
Well, just a few minutes ago, we were talking about how it was a 43-33 game for the Western Mustangs.
And we're going to get Joe Del Carmen over here for a quick second, as we're going to hand him the mic right now. And Coach, I mean, the first half, you guys blitzed out to lead, and then a little bit of weathering between the two teams in that second quarter. What do you guys need to adjust going into the break?
Well, we need to adjust some of our defense, finding the shooters. Begovic killed us in the last shift there. He's got 2 threes, wide open looks. It's got to know your personnel. We can't double off of him, and we got to basically stay attached to him.
And you guys, Farkic and Walker so far doing a great job in terms of the offensive end. Are you guys going to look to go back to them here in the second half?
Yeah, we're gonna look to go inside. They got a little bit of foul trouble inside, with their big guys, so we're gonna look at Julian a little bit more.
Thank you, Coach. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
That's like assistant coach Joe Del Carmen for the Western Mustangs. And I mean, Zach, you just heard that right there. I mean, kind of sounded like they slipped away from Farkic and Walker a little bit there in the late stages. On the other side is Begovic and So getting it to go.
Well, absolutely, but one thing that we have to mention is it's a tie game here, and we've seen relatively no production from Omar Shadu early. In fact, 3 for 8 from the field for 7 points. It's really been all Farkic and Walker for the Mustangs, and really no one else has been able to contribute. So they have to look in the second half, the Western Mustangs, finding opportunities for everyone else to get involved. Most specifically, they need to find a way for their best scorer and one of the better players on their team, Omar Shadu, back into the game.
You would think that shooting 50% in the second quarter, you say, hey, we're on good terms heading into the break. They get outscored 25-19. The Golden Hawks end up shooting 67% there in that second quarter. Ali So is the team's leading scorer, 3 of 6 from the field. 10 points for him. Habamana's got 9, and Archer's got 8, and it's Farkic and Walker, an efficient 50% between the two of them for 29 points. Outside the rebounding total, again, we talked about rebounding in the first game. We'll talk about it again in the second game. Laurier Golden Hawks 17, the Western Mustangs 9, and I'm not sure if that's a huge narrative heading into the second half. What's the one minor adjustment you think Brad Campbell's talking about right now?
Well, one, they got to have people, at least one person, crash the offensive glass. It's been one shot and done for the Western Mustangs throughout the entire first half, and everyone's been hustling on defense. It's either you make that shot or it's bust. It's make the shot or bust, essentially. And on the defensive glass, they're not boxing out anyone, and Habimana and Archer have just been able to have their way with the Western defenders down low. But we mentioned this before the game. They do have the size advantage. No true center here on this Western Mustangs team.
Who wears purple better? Who represents purple better? Apparently no one here in the first half, as we're knotted at 47 apiece. The Mustangs outscored the visitors 28-22 there in that first quarter. Second quarter, 25-19 for the Golden Hawks. We're tied at 47. Second half action. On the flip side at Alumni Hall, who advances to the Wilson Cup? Is it the Mustangs and Brad Campbell, or is it Justin Stresse and the Laurier Golden Hawks? Don't you dare go anywhere.
Thank you very much to Greg Campbell and Zach Friedman. And there you go. After the first half of play, the score is knotted at 47 in this edition of Mustangs Live. Live here on our YouTube page, Radio Western's YouTube page, that is. This is the OUA men's semifinal action. We're going to take a short break here now, just a little bit of music, light tones just to keep us going. But stay tuned, second half on the other side of this. Stay with us. All right, you're listening to the first ever Radio Western Sports stream on YouTube, and this is Mustangs OUA men's basketball semifinals between the Western Mustangs and the Laurier Golden Hawks. The score is knotted at 47 at halftime. Just a quick little recap and all the other OUA men's basketball action that's going on today. Carleton Ravens are up on the Ottawa GGs 52-27 at halftime. Earlier today, the Western Mustangs women's team was unfortunately eliminated by the Brock Badgers by a final score of 69-64. And tomorrow, we will have men's OUA ice hockey semifinal action between the Western Mustangs and the Guelph Griffins. That game, puck drop is at 7:15, pregame at 7:05, and that'll be back on the Radio Western stream. Now, back to the skies at Alumni Hall. Once again, Greg Campbell and Zach Friedman, guys.
On your Wednesday evening, we're all knotted up after 20 minutes of action. 47 apiece here in OUA semifinal action as the Western Mustangs taking on the Laurier Golden Hawks. For you just joining this broadcast, Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell. And the Western Mustangs raced out to a 28-22 lead at the end of the first quarter, only to be outscored 25-19 here in the second quarter. As second half action, we're about a minute from it to begin with. We have a sign behind the bench right now for Brad Campbell and his team. It's a pretty stout, stern-looking Brad Campbell. I'm sure that's the emotion he had after seeing that lead disappear.
Not just stern, but so clean-shaven, too. I mean, but after the first half, yeah, if you're Brad Campbell, you can't be happy with your team's output at all. Maybe you can be happy with what they've done offensively, but defensively, they just fell apart there in that second quarter. I mean, they didn't even have a good first quarter defensively, and there wasn't much worse you could get, but the Mustangs ended up achieving that level, letting Laurier shoot 67% from the field, and not just that, so many second chance opportunities for the Laurier Golden Hawks in that second quarter, and they did not fail to convert on those second chance opportunities.
Brad Campbell rocking the playoff fear. The officials talking over with the scores table. Boval getting the final instructions in. We're not at 47 apiece. Who advances to the Wilson Cup final on Saturday? We're underway here in second half action. The Bulldog moving left to right. Western and company trying to book their ticket to an OUA final. Shadu on the left wing, match up with Habamana. Gets that stripped. He's going to recover it over the timeline. No over and back because of the tip. 10 on the shot clock. Ends up pocket right corner. Walker. Good! Walker with the shrug like I can't do anything wrong. His fourth three-pointer of the contest.
Julian is juiced tonight.
A perfect 4 of 4 from the land beyond, and so trying to get it going on the other end. Tahabamana gets Jenkins moving high off glass. Bovel with the call, and Jenkins looking at Frank Rizzuti like, hey man, is that not a charge? But I think he was sliding his feet on that one. Habamana to the line for 2.
I don't think it was a charge, but I think that could have been an okay time to have a no call, but the refs asserting that they're going to let those runs to the basket oftentimes end at the foul line.
Here comes the boo for Habamana. They trail by 3, 50-47, 35 seconds gone here in the third quarter. In and out of the toilet bowl, and you know if he didn't like the noise that first one, the band's going to get into it, and everyone else as well here on the second one. Rizzuti with the toss to Habamana. 2 dribbles with the left, a spin, and a follow through with the left hand. That's up and good.
Something to note is that was Jenkins' third personal foul of the game.
Jenkins in the white Nike swoosh headband inbounds it to Farkic. Farkic got Minatello moving all right, has a step on him. Pulls up, backs him in, big boy move, Farkic with the block, and one. Nikola Farkic with the and one. Boval talking with him with Sokolovic. They've got 2 different calls on the floor, and now the officials conferring. Omar Shadu with his hands outstretched. He's not going to change his call, so Frank Rizzuti leading the official call right now, and Brad Campbell signaling for the and one. What's the call here? Boval, Sokolovic, they're going to make their call. They're going to make sure they got it right. A huge call on the line here early in the third quarter. Not even a minute to go. So they're going to call it. Sokolovic is going to have the call. They're going to call the block. So an and one for the Bulldog is turning his will here to begin the third quarter. The game's leading score at 15. Looks to make it 18 with a trip to the line for 1.
I like how the refs got together there, but for continuity's sake, that was the right call on the play.
Farkic with the spin with the right hand, the follow through, that's good. The Bulldog, a game high 18 here. Almost a minute to go. Minute gone here in the third quarter. 53-48, the Western Mustangs lead. Brad Campbell right beside us to our immediate right. Golden Hawks moving right to left. Pocket right corner three. Minatello got tipped on the play by Jenkins on the follow through. Out of bounds, ball for the Mustangs.
Great contest there by Jenkins. But if you're Brad Campbell, you're still not happy because Habimana originally got his hands on the ball there. It just slipped out of his hands there.
Farkas 2-on-3 the other way. Ends up with Walker. Walker tipped. Oh! Heat check in the building. It's snowing outside. It's raining threes for Julian Walker. A fifth three-pointer. A perfect 100%. What is going on here?
He is loving that corner tonight.
So, with Farkas, 8 on the shot clock. The Bulldog all over him. Picked up his dribble. Habimana should do. 4 on the shot clock. Straightaway step back 3 left-hand release. In and out. Rebound Farkas. The noise picking up. Lead extended to 8. 56-48. 8:20 to go here in the third quarter. You're listening to 94.9 Radio Western, but this time on YouTube. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell. Omar Shadou high off glass. Rebounded into the hands of Mayers. Outlet, Habimana. Sutter step into lane on Walker. Just too strong. Ball tipped around. Second chance, Minatello. Back out to Mayers. Mayers into lane. Looks for backdoor. Habimana slipped his way through. Forced to left. Straight verticality and a travel. The Bulldog intended straight verticality. Forced the turnover. Great defense by Brad Campbell and his team.
Great defense, but second chance opportunity once again. Great defense there, and they did get the stop there, and it was an amazing job by everyone on the rotation, but they still are giving up too many trips on one possession at the offensive end, at the defensive end.
Jenkins in the purple uniform, sponsored by Under Armour gray letter number logo and trim off to Farkas. Farkas picked up the dribble. Minatello matched up with Shadou baseline, extend with the right hand, almost in, and looks like Minatello with his hands out like, what did I do wrong? And you know what? Ogi Sokolovic says, doesn't matter, Omar Shadou to the line for 2.
That's now Minatello's third foul of the game, and Brad Campbell, it's evident that what he told his team in the locker room is, let's dominate the paint early, let's establish our paint presence. They know we're a good three-point shooting team, but let's get the defense to collapse inside so that later in the game, we can bury them with the three-point shot.
LaMelo Taylor with the checking in now. Shadou with the follow-through. Lead extend to 9. 7:44 left to go here in the third quarter. 57-48, your Western Mustangs lead. Make that 58. Omar Shadou, the gamer, if he gets going, watch out if you're Justin Stress and company. Tennant, Habimana over the timeline, between the legs. Habimana switches left to right, right to left in the yellow Nike shoes. Left hand extended, back to the right hands, back to the left on the left wing. Cross the pond, pocket right corner 3, bang. Quiet 3 in the pocket right corner, Jackson Mayers.
What a steady jumper there from Mayers to halt this run by the Mustangs. The first field goal of the quarter for the Golden Hawks.
Tennant, looking to give it to Shadou. Gets a screen from Tennant to the lane. Kicks it out right into the hands of So, who read that like a book. So, 3-on-3 with the trailing Farkas. Into the lane, off. Clean layup, and Ali So gets to go 5-0 run, 58-53, 7 minutes to go.
Mustangs need to stop with the jump passes. When they're off balance like that, it leads to easy turnovers.
Farkas, left hand, dribble, gets a screen from Tennant, bullies his way into the paint off Mayers. Tennant way underneath, not paying attention. Jenkins, left wing 3, extend the hand, miss. Walker rebound. Walker to Farkas. Farkas got Mayers moving, dump underneath, Jenkins off glass and in. Rick Jenkins with the slip pass for Nikola Farkas. Thought about the three-point shot because man moving. Slip pass underneath, 7-point lead restored. Habimana to So. So faked the pass to the pocket left corner, straight away over Tennant. Whoa. Silencing 3. Ali So checks the scoreboard, lead cut to 4.
What an amazing shot by So there, but you're okay with that shot if you're the Western Mustangs. Off balance 3. He's just been able to nail that shot the entire night.
So in the gray shoes match up with Jenkins, ball on the left wing for Farkas. Back to Jenkins on the right wing. Screen from Tennant. Tennant slipped underneath. Bounce pass underneath. Tennant it in. So hits the deck. Perfect pick and roll. Timeout on the floor. Clapping in the hands by Eric Jenkins. And a timeout by Justin Serres, who just seems silent right now, just staring at his squad as they come off. He's lost for words the lead back up to 6, 62-56.
What a sweet feed from Eric Jenkins. And, you know, we talk about Nikola Farkas, the playmaker, and how he leads the OUA in assists. You can't forget about the playmaking ability of Eric Jenkins, who's averaging 4 assists per game this year, and that's good for 7th in the OUA. So Western Mustangs with 2 very reliable playmaking options on this team. And then what we saw just there from Julian Walker is probably one of the first second chance opportunities the Mustangs had in the game, and they made a bucket out of it, and they're trying to keep this lead that they have now. It just matters what they're doing on the defensive end, because right now they're doing everything right offensively.
About 10 to go in the timeout here. Vern Bovell goes over to the sideline there, making sure Brad Campbell and his team get out at this opportunity, as does Ogi Sokolovich for the Laurier Golden Hawks. And right now, the Mustangs doing a great job in their third quarter, scoring a 62-56 lead. And then with 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, as Eric Jenkins threw something over to the scores table right here. I'm not sure what it is. It's on the other side of what I can see. The Mustangs go back to that full court press. Golden Hawks moving right to left. Habamana and So having a discussion. He ends up in the hands of So with the right hand. Habamana gets that switch. Tennant to So. Back to Habamana on the left wing. Try to go for the backdoor pass now. It's Habamana backing down Tennant. Great size difference. Tennant uses his length, kicks it back out. So got Farkic moving, stutter step, left hand, tried to separate. Bulldog gets the strip into the hands of Jenkins. Jenkins, Farkic. Jenkins right wing gets So moving into the lane. Kicks it back out to Farkic. Match up with Habamana. Crowd calling for a travel on Jenkins, doesn't get it. Farkic waving off Tennant. Tennant trying to ceiling inside. Farkic step to the right side, too strong. Rebound on the play by Archer. Archer. So uncontested rebound. Archer up and in.
Second chance opportunities once again for the Laurier Golden Hawks. And on the last possession for the Mustangs, they had a mismatch with So on Walker, and they decided not to use it.
Jenkins straight away. Walker goes backdoor. Shadu right wing. Kicks a pocket right corner. Jenkins checks his feet over So. Go! Eric Jenkins with the 7-point lead.
Western Mustangs doing a stellar job beyond the arc in this third quarter.
Golden Hawks trying to respond. Taylor gets double teamed right by the logo. Walker with the strip. Walker into the lane, tries to draw the charge. No call. Tennant put back in. Walker called his number. Knew it was against the smaller 6-foot Taylor. Doesn't get it to go. Put back Tennant like he has all season.
If Taylor wants to draw that charge, he needs to step up and not be afraid to get leveled.
Thompson, speaking of getting leveled by the scores table, he's got a mean mug on his face right now. Archer underneath from the feed from So. And again, Ali So, dribble penetration, little scoop pass underneath to Archer. Archer goes to the line to try and stop the bleeding and the clock. 4:14 left here in the third quarter, 67-58 lead Mustangs.
Much needed break coming here for Nikola Farkic, and he's just been amazing the entire game as Tyler Thompson will come in. Let's see what he'll do on the defensive end here. He's kind of been flying around the entire game. And, you know, it just is a tribute that you have to see how he's going to do on the defensive end, because he's just been flying around and it's been causing Laurier to have 4-on-5 situations.
Archer, team second leading scorer at 12 points per game, 54% from the field, got the first to go, shoots 70% from the field. The band lets him have it, doesn't matter, he's got to go. Lead cut to 7. Brad Campbell calls for the press break as it's full court man-to-man, employed by Justin Suarez and his squad. Moving left to right are the Mustangs. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing you through Wednesday evening OUA semifinal action as a fadeaway in the left side missed by Shadu right by the baseline. Archer weighs off help, crosses over Walker, inside position, blocked by Walker. Not a block though, they're going to call a foul. I personally think Walker did have a foul on that because of the extension at the end of the play. What do you think, partner?
Well, Archer also just does a really good job of getting into the body of Walker, so Walker has no choice but to go over top of Archer, and it sends Archer to the line for 2.
Sharma weighing by the scores table as Archer makes his third trip to the line in terms of free throws, gets all 3 to go. Sharma pointing to Walker, telling him he is coming on for him in this situation. Brad Campbell talking to Aaron Sharma. He cut to 6, 67-61, 3:53 left to go, make that 5. Sharma's into the game. Points at Walker with that left hand index finger. Walker coming out, points his left finger down, saying, keep it going, we're okay. Augie Bovolovich is going to hand it off to Jenkins, who gets it to Shadu. Shadu over the timeline, moving left to right. Stops on the dime. Back to Sharma. Sharma straight away to Tennant. Tennant on the left side of the top of the three-point arc. To Jenkins on the left wing. Jenkins matched up with Nathan Hurst, who checked into the game. Tries to get moving. Step back 3. Jenkins short. Rebound Archer. Pair of 22s, Archer and Tennant going at it. Archer's got the inside hand so far. Big boy basketball. Driving into lane is going to be a foul before the play. Vern Bovell calling it. Romello Taylor driving in, the 6-foot third-year guard out of Mississauga, Ontario, getting dribble penetration, which again is trying to hurt the Mustangs here.
Tennant needs to utilize his length. He shouldn't have his arms in waiting to receive contact. He needs his arms out. This guy's so long that if anyone attempts to cross it over on him, he's just going to be able to strip the ball right away. So he needs to keep his hands out because that'll just make him a much better defensive asset for the rest of this game.
Jenkins out, Thompson in, as is Taylor is out, and checking back into the game is Minatello. 4 fouls for the Mustangs, 2 for the guests. Bonus the rest of the way for the Golden Hawks for the remaining 3:25 left in this quarter. You're hearing the sounds of BS by the crowd yelled right now, but with Frank Rizzuti hands in the air, the ball's going to be inbounded by So. So, Minatello off the inbound. What do they have drawn up here by Justin Cerese? Almost lost his footing and the dribble there. Got off to So from Minatello. 6 on the shot clock. Behind the back of the right. Over Tennant. Is that affected? Bang! Ali So to quick check the scoreboard. 2-point lead. So making it snow.
Great defense by Tennant, but So, just with the stellar step back 3 move, there's nothing you can do to stop him.
Shadu response on the right side of the 3-point line. Got it! The gamers going at it. So, Shadu, what can you do? I can do better. 70-65.
Well, you can't stop So, but what you can do is neutralize him. Shadu coming right back with a triple of his own.
Entertaining contest here at Alumni Hall. Off glass over Farkish. So, fading away with the right hand. Lead cut back to 3. Shadu on the left wing, stutter step on Minatello, driving baseline left hand, picked off by So, trying to save it back to Tennant. Farkic, they reset the shot clock at 13. Now they made the mistake and reset it again. Ball tipped around, rebound Tennant. Shadu got Minatello moving baseline, trying to reverse it, dump underneath the Tennant, good recognition. Tennant with the slip, Shadu driving baseline. Tennant says thank you very much. 72-67, 2 minutes to go left here in the third quarter. Who wears purple better? Who goes to the Wilson Cup title game this Saturday? We don't know. We got about 12 minutes to figure that out. Ball tipped around on the Golden Hawks possession. Thompson hits the deck, and Sharma with the pickoff. Over to Farkish. They're going to start slowing it down a little. So am I. This is breathtaking, this pace they're taking at this point. Farkish, dumb to Tennant. Slip back door. Shadu off glass. You can't have that. Running from the top of the key, Omar Shadu gets it to go.
Great cut, but a better feed just right around the defender. Finds that backdoor entry. Easy layup there for Shadu.
So Sharma beats him. Stutter step. Ali So with the double bicep flex looking at Tyler Thompson. Lead cut back to 5. 1:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Mustangs moving left to right. Purple uniforms. Sponsored by Under Armour in the gray letter, number, logo, and trim. Farkish, stream from Tennant, who slips into lane. Finds Sharma left wing, gets his man moving back to Farkish. Touch pass, pocket right corner. Thompson in and out of the toilet bowl. Archer, rebound. Archer, across the timeline on the far right wing. No one's picking it up yet. Now it's Sharma. If I'm Archer, I go one-on-one, bring him into lane. Whip pass across the pond to Minatello. Great separation behind the back pass now, driving baseline. Is a Golden Hawk shot missed on the play by Hurst. Up and in, and one big boy, Campbell Archer, all 6'6", 5 years of Brampton toughness on that, gets the and one.
I just can't say it enough.
You're a broken record, you gotta say second chance opportunity.
That's exactly what I'm going to say. I don't know how many offensive rebounds Campbell Archer has in this game. We'll only be able to tell at the end of the third quarter as a piece of the scorers table fell off and I guess, to the court, and they just had to fix that up real quick.
Farkic having a little talk with Nathan Deshaun Hurst right now as Archer goes to the line. He's had a couple trips to the free throw line, gets the 3-point play to go. 2-point lead, 36 seconds to go, 74-72 Mustangs. Farkic puts the right hand up, calls for one, dribble with the left hand. Gets across the line against Hurst. Walker gets the ball top of the key, and it's going to be stripped. So thought about it, doesn't get it. The backside reach by So. Bovell with the call. Third foul on the Golden Hawks.
Very aggressive strip attempt by So there, and Shadu just needs a quick extra second here. but kind of a costly foul and a bad foul to give, as you had him trapped there. And I understand you're trying for that aggressive strip, but at the same time, if they do end up fouling in a non-shooting situation, they will go to the line as the second foul in the last 2 minutes.
So a little bench staff time on the court right now as we're fixing up a quick little slip area. Tyler Thompson got a quick word in with Brad Campbell, signals with his left hand. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The Golden Hawks break their huddle by the free throw line, and Farkic will get it opposite of the scores table on the left side. Another Shadu stepped on the line, and a kick, and Sean Hurst is giving it right now to Nikola Farkic, who's trying to talk to Vern Bovell about that situation.
Well, just a bad turnover by Farkic, which is very rare that he gets complacent with where his feet are, just steps over the line. And now the Golden Hawks have a chance to go in the fourth quarter with the game tied or even the lead.
Last possession. The all purple affair here on 94.9 Radio Western YouTube. Right now going on OUA semifinal action. So Farkic, screen Hababana, switch to Shadu. Crosses over right to left, step back over the gamer. Too strong, high pointed rebound. Who's got into the hands of Walker? 1 second. He three-quarter court. Out of bounds, hits the bottom of the board right by the Western Mustangs logo. And my goodness, what an entertaining affair we have through 30 minutes of action. 74-72, partner. It's going to be a wild finish.
It's definitely going to be a wild finish, and we're seeing a game similar to what we saw in the Lady Mustangs game. We saw that, the star player in the opposing team, here it's So, in the last game it's Toddy, with not the greatest first half in the world, but with a dynamite third quarter to get their team back into the game. And now So gotta be creeping towards that 20-point threshold that he has hit his entire season.
And it's the Mustangs, who had a tied contest heading into the second half, now lead by 2, about 1:20 away from tip-off to begin the fourth quarter. 10 minutes action left on the court to determine who goes to the Wilson Cup final. The Mustangs do win this game, and the GGs upset the Carleton Ravens. Tall task, to say the least. They will be hosting here at Alumni Hall Saturday afternoon. They win, and the Ravens win, which most, if you're betting, I'd say that's as close to a surefire bet that could happen. They will go up to the nation's capital, where they kind of got spanked around the last time whose two teams met. But I mean, Western, 4 guys in double figures. Brad Campbell's got to be liking that.
Absolutely, he's got to be liking that. The scoring is now more dispersed evenly, where it was very two-player heavy in the first half there, but he's also got to be happy with the shooting numbers. But just looking at the stat sheet, the first thing that I'm noticing is that the Laurier Golden Hawks have a 12-rebound advantage going into this fourth quarter. So Brad Campbell can almost be considered blessed that his teammate isn't losing this game going into the fourth quarter here.
Walker leads with 21, 17 for Farkic, 9 assists, 14 for Shadu, 10 for Tennant. And then on the other side, Ali So leading all scores with 22, Habamana with 10, and Kamel Archer with 17, a big third quarter. Habamana gets it to start the fourth quarter. Moving right to left are the Laurier Golden Hawks in their Adidas-sponsored uniforms. Backdoor cut, So found from Habamana, reverse layup, tied game.
Omar Shadu just not paying any attention there. Lets So creep right behind him.
The Bulldog moving left to right. Under Armour uniforms, purple. Jenkins with the white Nike swoosh. Took the screen from Shadu on the switch to Farkic. Farkic slips between 2, and a block, and doesn't get to go. Archer outstretched arms. Farkic gets it to go. He's hobbling off that right foot. Looks like he's a little gun-ho. The pocket left corner transition. Too strong, ball tipped around. And you can tell Nikola Farkic is banged up on that right leg right now. We're going to see how he does moving forward. Close to a double-double. Jenkins. Backdoor Sharma, pretty look here, Jenkins.
You see Walker pushing over to Jenkins' side. Actually drew 2 defenders, left Sharma wide open on the block. Pretty impressive, though. They're keeping Farkic in the game here, trying to battle through the injury.
Farkic looked over to the athletic trainer saying, I need this taped up pronto. So goes off backdoor. 4-0 run by him on his end for his team, 78-76. 112 gone in this fourth quarter as Aaron Tennant will check into the game. Vern Bovell waves him in. Sharma is out. So it's Jenkins, Farkic, Shadu, Tennant, Walker. 8:48 left to go. Trip to the Wilson Cup on the line here on Radio Western, YouTube style for the first time in Radio Western history. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing you through OUA semifinal action. Turnover by Farkic. Thought about the bounce pass to Walker. Shadu's complaining about. Farkic is complaining about it. Did Augie Slikovic get that right?
He did get that right. Farkic came to an abrupt stop, and even if it's not a travel, if you take another awkward-looking step, refs are more often or not going to call that just because it doesn't look like a natural movement.
So got the switch up from Farkic to Shadu to Walker. This is dangerous. Kick out and thought about moving to the right wing was Jackson Mayers. A little too strong out of bounds. You can't afford that in the fourth quarter here in such a tight contest.
You know, one thing the Laurier Golden Hawks have definitely not done well today is ball security. That's their 15th turnover of the game. Western, only 8 turnovers so far in the game.
And Farkic with the turnover.
That's going to be a clear path foul.
So Shadu with the foul, Farkic with his hands on his head, and he is wincing every single step on the court as Eric Jenkins is talking to him right now. And as you mentioned, partner, a clear path foul. As Frank Rizzuti will go to administer the free throw to Kamel Archer, 6'6", fifth-year Brampton, Ontario native, averaging 70% from the line, 12 points per game on the season. Farkic holding that right hip, gets a swig from the water ball from Tyler Thompson, and he will get a deep sip from that Nike orange water ball. Oddly enough, sponsored by Uniform is this team, though, as Archer gets both and the ball back. We're not at 78 with 8:18 left to go here in the fourth.
What a finish we're going to have here. Both teams on their offensive A game. It's going to come down to which team can limit the other to one shot per possession. And right now, the Western Mustangs have not been able to do that the entire game.
Mayers on the inbound to So. So tried to tap it into Archer. Walker waited there. Archer stripped it, tried to get off Tennant. My apologies, who was waiting there. Foul on Archer, that's one apiece per side.
Great job by Tennant there just to squeeze onto the ball, and it forced Archer just to give Tennant a little shove, and that's now Archer's third foul of the game. So there are now 3 Golden Hawks, Stevens, Minatello, and Archer, all with 3 fouls, and that could be crucial coming down the stretch.
The 6'7" Mississauga native Bogovic comes back in for Campbell Archer. The Bulldog matched up with Taylor. Driven all the ball around, passed through a couple of hands. Now it's in Walker straight away. Gets by Habamana, tried to strip out where the Golden Hawks is going to be a travel first. Active hands by Jackson Mayers. Her hands are up in the air on the turnover. Why is that so?
The ball was stripped out of his hands there. I'm not sure how that could have been called a travel because the ball was stripped out of his hands. Brad Campbell calling for a foul. I just thought he lost the ball and picked it up again.
There's a half-hearted burn. That's a foul on that one. Doesn't happen. A little bit of a head scratcher, not this though. Habamana into lane, contest against Walker. Too strong, good help defense. Shadu off the heels of Brad Campbell yelling push. Finds Walker as he stayed perfect. Bang! Julian Walker, what are you doing? 6 of 6. What a magical performance here and a foul on the floor on Nikola Farkic. Holy moly, have I ever seen a performance from a power forward and center. 6 of 6 from the land beyond. Holy smokes, what did this guy have in his system and what did he eat before he came here this evening?
I don't know, but Julian Walker now with 24 points. That's his 6th make. You got to wonder, what is the Mustangs' playoff record for 3-pointers made in a game?
75% of his baskets the 3-point way as Walker gets blown by. Tried to extend his reach. So checks the scoreboard, who got it to go. 7:10 left to go. Mustangs up 81-80. You're listening to Radio Western 94.9 on YouTube. Your original voice of the Western Mustangs, Zach Friedman, alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing you through OUA semifinal action. The Western Mustangs, the Laurier Golden Hawks, as it looks like there's going to be a block on the floor on the Mustangs offensive set on that one. So the shot clock will reset from 5 to 14. The Mustangs going to inbound underneath the net. A hectic fourth quarter here, had a 2-point lead heading into the fourth. 1-point lead with 7 minutes left to go. Burton's going to give it off to Eric Jenkins. Out to Shadu. Shadu and Mayers. Gets by him. Inside step. Pulls up his dribble. Had the double. Tennant now gets it off to Jenkins to left wing. Gets so moving. Drives it to lane. Extended right hand off glass. Doesn't get the friendly roll. Habamana rebound. Habamana and Jenkins. Goes behind the back. Looks for a trailing So. Now hands it off to him. Match up with Tennant. Tennant gets Tennant moving. Woo! Bang! Woo! Ali, so you can tell why they missed this guy. Double bicep flex, gets a bump from his teammate and Sean Hurst. Timeout on the floor, 83-81. That is as patented as a step back move as I can see. And my partner's eyes, folks, to next to me, looks like he's seen a dead man walking.
He's 5 for 10 from 3 now. I'm pretty sure every 3 he's taken in this game has been a step back. And yet this guy doesn't get fazed by any defensive pressure.
You can see why he averages 24 a game and shoots at a 41% clip from the land beyond. Or my apologies, 34% from the land beyond.
Doing a lot better than that today, and the Western Mustangs have just had no answer for a way to stop him. They've tried every different kind of matchup on him, and Ali So just showing why he's probably the best offensive player in the OUA.
They had a lethal score the week before, and they ended up managing to corral him en route to victory over the Laurentian Voyageurs. Now Wednesday night, what do you get? Ali So returns to the lineup. And Justin Suarez says the game plan doesn't change with him back in the lineup. But my God, it certainly helps when you have a lethal score like that can create space. Talking to Joe Carmen at the half for anyone that didn't listen in until the start of the second half. He said, So's been killing us. Guess what? The story remains the same with 6:39 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 83-81. 2 fouls apiece. Mustangs moving left to right in those purple uniforms. Great letter numbering logo and trim sponsored by Under Armour. Jenkins has it after inbounding to Farkic on the left wing. Match up with Minatello. Thinks about it. It's a little hobbled. Gets to Walker. Walker's staring down a double. So thought about it. Now Walker gets it. Walker, Habamana on the pocket left corner. 6 on the shot clock behind the back to Shadu. Shadu baseline, right hand extended and in.
Walker nowhere to go. Finds Shadu, sets a nice little screen, and that allows Shadu to drive baseline, a nice little finger roll.
So, can he answer it on the other end? Walker came out to high point. That screen gets through. Jenkins creates contact. An offensive foul got to go, not before a push-off called by Frank Rizzuti on the play.
Great job by Shadu, seeing that So was penetrating the basket there with his dribble moves. Just steps into the lane, doesn't allow him, but you also got to attribute it to the excellent defense by Eric Jenkins, forcing him into Shadu, which caused the offensive foul.
Farkic signaling with the right hand, trying to get help from Jenkins because he knows he can't be too explosive over Minatello, grabbing that right hip on the timeout. Gets it back from Jenkins straight away. He's going to be a passer the rest of this game. Shadu on the left wing. Got Mayers moving. Step back, got Mayers moving, trying to create contact. It's going to miss. It's not an NBA 3. Jenkins with the hustle on the end line. So was standing on the end line, watching the ball go out. Jenkins runs around and throws it off his foot, out of bounds. Shot clock reset to 14. Western second chance possession.
Well, fourth quarter, you got to lay it out all on the line. And Eric Jenkins going airborne, finding the ball and just whipping it off the Laurier defender.
So the assistant coaches for the Mustangs talking it over right now with Augie Sokolovic. Jenkins going to inbound with 5 to Walker. It was Farkic back door. It's going to be a push foul on that one. Shadu gets the bailout call from Frank Rizzuti. Begovic with the reach and has the team's 5th, and he heads to the line for 2. Was that the 4th they called? The 4th team fouls. The rest of the way for 5:40 is bonus for those Western Mustangs, not at 83 apiece.
And that is critical for the Western Mustangs, who are shooting a 72% clip, middle of the pack, 8th in the OUA.
Couple Golden Hawk fans giving it to Frank Rizzuti on the call. Shadu with the drive into lane. A foul on the backside official from Augie Sokolovic. Omar Shadu heads to the line. You want a gamer with the ball in his hand when it matters most? That's what he does. He rewards himself with the trip to the line.
What a smart play by Shadu, knowing that one more foul until a bonus just looks to complete. He was completely looking to seek contact on that play. He finds the defender, gets his body into him, forces the foul.
Averages nearly 20 a game, in and out on that one, much to the cheers of the Laurier faithful who made their way up from Kitchener, Ontario. 78% from the line on the year, 41% from the field. Does it get eye? Oh, wow, that looked like it was going out. He gets a friendly roll. 1 point lead, 5:30 to go. Minatello moving right to left, signals, gets the handoff to Hurst. Hurst matched up with Shadu, bounce pass inside to Archer. Farkic comes to double. Walker, Archer, So barely gets it with 10 on the shot clock. Deep 3 over Jenkins. Front of the rim, rebound, Jenkins, strip on So, nope, ends up in the hands of Farkic. Lucky to get away with a non-foul there. Farkic with the 2 sign up. Pointing Walker to the right side of the free throw line. Pushes the pass over to him. Walker got it to Shadu. High double. Minatello. Shadu step back. Omar Shadu. Too strong. So rebound. They had numbers. So thought about it. Almost got stripped. Who's it off of? Frank Rizzuti says so. And Jenkins getting high fives from the benches.
They're going to talk about this one.
I think it's Laurier's ball, to be honest. I think that was tipped last by a Mustang. Jenkins is saying he didn't touch it last. I'm wrong on that one. Ball don't lie. So Jenkins is going to get it from Oki Sokolovic, who rubs the ball on his pant leg to make sure it is clean. Jenkins right in front of the assistant coach, Joe Del Carmo, gets it in. Shadu, baseline right side, extended right hand, too strong, rebound on the play by Minatello. Trailing by 1, 4:45. Moving right to left. Trip on the line to the Wilson Cup final. Minatello got Tennant moving now over to So. So, Jenkins, Archer calling for it against Farkic. Here's a mismatch. It was Habamana actually. Finds pocket left corner. Short on the play by Minatello. Rebound Walker. Farkic hobbling on that right foot, seems a little better with a little bit of energy. A bit of adrenaline to Shadu on the right wing. Walker gets the double. Archer, Minatello, travel on the play. Didn't recognize it. Archer with the scream. Jenkins with the look at Joe Del Carmo. What happened? Tell me, partner.
I don't even know what happened there, but what I am going to mention is both teams are getting very over anxious right now. Everyone's trying to make the big play, but really these guys got to play as a team right now. And you got to work in your half-court set right now. You got to go possession by possession right now.
That's what Justin Stress said. Nothing else but play our game. We've done the same thing all year. Why change it in the playoffs? And that's what So's going to do. Tulane gets a rebound off the miss. Dumps it to Archer. Still in the hands of Archer with 10 on the shot clock. Swung around the world. Minatello, corner to pocket. Hurst, in and out of the toilet bowl. They survive a scare turnover. Walker, Habamana up and in. Julian Walker gave the ball to Nor Habamana. You can't have that. A 1-point lead restored for the Golden Hawks, 85-84.
Especially when you just get the defensive rebound. Hold until that paint clears out, then find the option.
Jenkins separation on So into lane. 1-point lead Mustangs.
Great play by Jenkins there to come right back, put them back in the 1-point cushion.
Habamana point with the left hand to the pocket left corner for So. He's going to get the screen from on Tennant by So. So's going to switch. Now it's Habamana backing down Jenkins. Shadu with the double. And Tennant with the pickoff reads it between the legs. Here comes his double. And they get the ball moving. Brad Campbell yelling push. Outlet. Right wing. Shadu. Too strong. Follow up. Jenkins rebound. Jenkins into lane. Too strong. Third time's the charm. Who's got it? Ends up in the hands of Archer. They survive. Archer calls off his man to Minatello. No look. So gets it, but it's stripped. Shadu. 2 on 3. Shadu contact, and that's going to be offensive. That's a right call. No one likes it for the Western faithful. Extended hand by Omar Shadu. Game-changing play instead of an and-one. A turnover with 2:45 left to go.
Well, I couldn't see there, but if you thought it was the right call, I'm going to trust you, partner.
It's a huge extension on the right hand despite the movement on the play. It's a blatant push-off on the play as Justin Stress is getting a swish. Minatello out, checking back into the game. Bogovic. Habamana gets the ball from Augie Sokolovic, inbound to So. Moving right to left. Laurier. Their Adidas uniforms, the white uniform. Black Nike shooting sleeve on Habamana. Gets the screen from Archer. Switch to Tennant, picked up his dribble. Right wing, driving into lane. Inside to Archer, Hurst to Archer, beautiful move.
Notice the Golden Hawks bringing in Bogovic for Minatello, bringing in a larger lineup, trying to secure those rebounds, especially on the offensive end.
2:15 to go, 1-point lead, Golden Hawks. Farkic picked up his dribble, Hurst all over him, back to the timeline by Shadu. Shadu, Habamana, Gamer, too strong, up glass and in! Omar Shadu, beautiful move with the left hand, up and in, and a foul by Aaron Tennant on the inbound. They had one to spare there, so 1-point lead for the Mustangs, 88-87, and Brad Campbell giving it to Aaron Tennant, saying, don't foul. I'm out of breath, partner. This is exhilarating.
Not a smart time because now next foul's in the bonus, and you could have had that one extra foul at some point in the last 2 minutes if you needed to have that foul to give.
Whose purple is better? Who goes to the Wilson Cup? 2 minutes to go here on Radio Western on YouTube. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell. And a huge, hard foul. Omar Shadou on Archer. Pick and roll, slip underneath, high left wing, double team. Archer found underneath, can take the lead with 1:52 to go.
Good foul there by Shadou. You don't want the easy two. Make him hurt a little. Make him work for those 2 shots at the line.
Archer coming into the fourth corner. A perfect 5 of 5 is the announcer's jinx there. I don't know, but we'll find out on this trip for 2. Doesn't matter on that first one. Our purple is better, it says from a Laurier fan. Well, currently neither is, as we're tied at 88. We'll let the noise take you through on this second one here at Alumni Hall. Game on the line. In and out of the toilet bowl, Walker with the rebound. So we're not at 88. A broadcasting dream, a fan's dream, a coach's nightmare. Who advances here? Habamana got dropped by Farkic. Jenkins now. Jenkins spin with the left hand back out along the timeline. Shadou over So. Too strong. Archer gets the rebound. Over to Ali So. He tells him slow it down. Does Archer. So's got it. Matchup with Shadou on the right wing. Screen from Archer. He's going to use it. So slips underneath. Or Archer. So no look. Habamana kicks it back out. Hurst over to it. Bang! 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 3 times the charm. What a D3. Not Sean Hurst with the flex. The bump. Justin Stress looking it up. Oh my God, we have the lead 91-88. Brad Campbell slamming the table, similar to Saturday afternoon, saying no, no, no timeout on the floor.
Well, if you're Brad Campbell, you should be more angry about the shot Omar Shadou just took at the offensive end. You just got to work and find an open shot. This is no time to be taking a double-team step-back triple. Yes, you're the leading scorer on the team. Yes, you're the go-to guy on the team. Yes, you should be the hero of this game, but be the hero in other areas. Be the hero in making the right pass. Be the hero in looking for the open man on that play when you have 2 guys on you. Don't try going to play hero ball. Instead, he misses the shot, Laurier comes back down, and they hit the open 3, and it's a 3-point game now, and now it's the Mustangs with their backs against the wall.
Razzuti, Bovel, Sokolovic talking it over on the far left side, opposite of our scores table, well, how to call this game moving forward. Razzuti's got the ball in his right hand. They're going to advance the ball, and they're going to keep it on the extended line right by the free throw line just above it. So it'll be Jenkins getting the ball from Razzuti. Jenkins to the immediate right of Razzuti. 24 on the shot clock, fresh shot clock, 3-point lead for Justin Ceres and the Laurier Golden Hawks. Is their purple better? And right now you see Razzuti telling Ceres, get back to your bench. So it's going to be at 14 on the inbound because of the timeout and the advancement of the ball. What did Brad Campbell draw up? Shadou, almost a double team on the left wing, matchup with So, the 2 scores. Shadou goes reverse, blocked by Archer. Oh wow, I thought that was as clean a shot as I'd ever seen in terms of the follow through. Archer gets called by Sokolovic, and Shadou goes to line for 2. Is that a made-up call?
That is Shadou working the officials on the last one. Archer was at the line. He goes up to Vern, says, watch them on my hip. It wasn't necessarily there that time, but Shadou got the idea in his head, and he apparently saw something there, and now Shadou's at the line trying to make this a 1-point game.
78% free throw shooter, 2-point lead, 109. Gets it to go, 1-point lead. Folks, buckle right down to the wire here on YouTube Radio Western. What else could you ask for OUA semifinal action on your Wednesday night? Habamana, Tennant, right by the Western logo. Trying to feel up So. Jenkins steps in front. 12 on the shot clock, out to So. Thought about it over Tennant. Stays low with the left hand. 6 on the shot clock. Step back, over Tennant, fade away. Too strong, second chance, Hurst to rebound. Hurst double teamed to the corner. Slip underneath to Archer, into the hands of Walker, foul! Wow, 40 seconds to go. Julian Walker gets a foul 90 feet the other way on the Sean Hurst, and you know Archer is talking to him right now. Julian Walker, who shoots 80% from the free throw line, can take the lead for the Mustangs.
Justin Ceres, I'm surprised he's not more vocal about that, because all you need are stops right now. Why are you trying to pressure the ball and reach in to make the steal there? That's just a dumb foul. There's 40 seconds left here, and now Western has a chance to take the lead.
Gets it first. Brad Campbell scratching and pulling at the hair on the bench. Quick look at the score line. Jenkins is so talking it up too. 2 spins, 3 spins in the right hand, in the hands of Walker is the game. It's too strong. Rebound Hamamata. They can go 2 for 1. Looks like each team could get possession. The whole building on their feet. Which purple reigns supreme? We're finding out right now. Hamamata trying to cross over Jenkins to So. 10 on the shot clock. Calls for Hamamata, match up on Tennant. Drives right side, reach on Tennant, So to the line. Great move, Ali So, and there are only a few people seated at this point. And you knew Ali So thought about that step back 3, got Tennant so high, now he heads to the line for 2.
This is where it matters most, though.
So, easy as they go. Brad Campbell calling for a timeout by the scores table. Should he make the second? 1 point lead. It's 21 seconds, 20.6 to be exact. Everyone pushing up at Alumni Hall gets it to go. And they're saying right now, look at the Alumni faithful from both sides. It's a timeout on the floor. We see a sign being flashed right now that not even a penitentiary could guard some of the players on this court for the Laurier Golden Hawks. And I mean, look, you literally have people, folks, I can't describe, I've never seen this at Alumni Hall. You got both sides hyped up, dancing. You have every possible person that could be on the front line of the barrier here, hanging out for dear life. Partner, I can't get enough of this.
Well, now, if you're Brad Campbell, you have to decide what is your course of action. Are you going, are you going to go for the tie or the win, which it's most likely going to be the tie? But also, how much time are you going to take off the clock? Because if you miss, you want that second opportunity in case there's a free throw miss on the other end. So are you going for it right away, allowing Laurier to have about 15 or 16 seconds to draw up a play for the potential win? Or are you going to wait till about 5 seconds left to make your move?
My prediction, if I was smart here, the difference maker from the start here has been Julian Walker. Get that ball on the free throw line extended. Let Julian Walker square up. Let Julian Walker draw the double. Let Julian Walker, yes, Omar Shadu is your dictator, but it's Julian Walker that's the difference maker as he sits in the pocket right corner. Farkic to the immediate right of Frank Rizzuti. 20.6 seconds to go. Mustangs moving left to right. Farkic on the inbound. Shadu, left wing. Gets Archer moving, drives baseline. He's going to get blocked! Blocked to the paint! Rebound, So, he gets the ball foul on the floor. What an extension of a play, and what emotion being displayed right now by Campbell Archer. Shadu went baseline. They've seen it all afternoon and evening, and Ali So off the block from Archer goes to the line with 10.6 to try and ice this game.
Well, they had the play there. They had the play perfect, and Shadu had the open layup. Just great defense there by the Laurier Golden Hawks, able to stop Shadu. It was an ideal shot open to the basket.
Almost every single person on their feet here feels like a championship tilt. Which purple is going to reign supreme? Vern Bovell talking to Brad Campbell right now. The Mustangs up right now, and they're saying it's 5 on Omar Shadu. Shadu is saying the foul, it was not on him. Augie Sokolovich is saying yes, it was. And looks like Omar Shadu is going to check out of this game. He's got to be careful because despite being out of the game, he can still get called for a team technical. So Omar Shadu pleading his case, saying F whatever, and Brad Campbell is calling everyone off the court. Stare down at the officials. Omar Shadu heads to the bench. Talking to Joe Del Carmen. They're not sure who's got 5. He's arguing he does not. And Bovell calls for a signal at the end here. The officials keeping calmer heads prevailed, and Aaron Sharma's going to check in.
The refs understand how big this moment is. They aren't going to give Shadu a tech for saying the foul wasn't on him.
So, does he have ice in his veins? 78 seconds left here. 78% free throw shooter, 10.6 to be exact. Hits both, it becomes very difficult. First is gone. It's missed. Ali So now has to make this. This is critical to extend the lead to 3. The noise here gets it to go. 3-pointer has to be made. Brad Campbell looking on as Sharma inbounds the ball. The Bulldog, the leader, the 5th year. Can he get it done one last time? 7 on the shot clock. Jenkins left wing gets a man up. 3. Oh!
Oh my God!
Eric Jenkins gets the 3 on the left wing. We are knotted at 94 apiece. Timeout. 2.5 seconds to go.
You just can't contain your excitement.
My goodness, folks. The Laurier Golden Hawks, 500 team on the regular season. Bitter rivals. Who's got a better shade of purple? Well, Eric Jenkins says it's our time. The step back 3. What does Justin Suarez do here on the last possession?
Well, you got to give it to your guy, Ali So. He's been your guy the entire year. Sorry, as I try to recover from what is one of the greatest basketball moments I've witnessed in person. Just what a pump fake from Jenkins to get the defender to bite. Quick dribble to the left. What a shot by Jenkins. Goes right through, and everyone went silent as the ball was up, and then it drops right through. But if you're Laurier, Ali So's your guy right now.
5th year guard of Windsor, Ontario, made his final contest ever here as Tennant gives him a pat on the back, willing the Mustangs back into this game. 2.5 seconds left to go. Brad Campbell takes a seat. He's seen this story one too many times at Alumni Hall. Habamana opposite the score table. Rizzuti with the handoff. Habamana trying to find a man on the inbound. Gets it. Archer throws it up, tipped. And it's going to be 0.4 seconds left. And it's going to be one more tip and one more chance for Laurier to go. 0.4 seconds to go.
They're calling it Laurier ball, but Archer threw the ball out of bounds.
I think it got tipped. Habamana inbound, Minutell underneath, fumbled it. Wow. Wow. Folks, we're off to overtime. They had a chance. They had a textbook chance that a coach could only dream of. Lax defense. Habamana found Minutell streaking into the lane. Too low a pass. Fumbled in his hands. And folks, we got 5 minutes of playoff basketball here on Radio Western.
Oh my goodness. What a game we have seen here tonight. And Eric Jenkins playing the hero late. And people are retreating to their seats right now, which I'm very surprised about. You think everyone would be up for these final do or die 5 minutes to advance to the Wilson Cup final for not just a chance at the provincial title in Ontario, but also for a chance to go on to nationals. It's just overtime playoff basketball. It couldn't get any better than this.
34 points. Ali So 12 of 20 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 of 12 from the land beyond. Has 7 turnovers though. Campbell Archer 22 points. They've combined for 56. The team's 94. Nator Habamana, the only other player in double figures at 12. The other side, we have 5 Mustangs in double figures led by Omar Shadou, has been out of the contest, shot 33% from the field. 5 fouls on the contest, 2-11 from the three-point line, 21 points. Actually being led by Julian Walker, my apology. 7 of 8 from the field, 6 of 6 from the land beyond. Unspoken, unheard of, 25 points. The Bulldog, 19 points, 11 assists. What else can you ask for from him? And both teams shooting nearly 50% exact for Laurier, 47% for Western for that fourth quarter. Laurier shooting 57% in the game, 52% for the Mustangs. And my goodness, we saw 5 minutes to go, partner.
Well, absolutely, and it's going to be an exciting 5 minutes at that. One thing to be aware of for overtime is foul trouble. Aaron Tennant with 4, and you've got 3 other Mustangs with 3, and one of those Mustangs is Julian Walker.
Shadou is out. Mustangs continue left to right because that's how they ended the second half. Walker in the post. Habamana travel, and yeah, that's the right call. Brad Campbell slams his clipboard to the board. clipboard to the floor, and Archer says, yeah, you know that was going to happen.
Walker's had so many travels this game. He's just got to be careful when he starts that dribble.
So, Tennant, bullies his way into lane, off glass, and then separation to finish with the right hand.
Just does a great job with his offhand to create the separation there, like you said.
Nikola Farkic a little injured, still riding that momentum right now in terms of, energy, in terms of fluidity. Miscommunication on their offensive set. 8 on the shot clock. Minatello, Farkic kicks it. Tennant tries to get Archer moving. Step back, jumper right hand, way short on the play into the hands of So. So So's going to slow it down. 4:10 left to go here in overtime. So, deep three, too strong. Rebound tipped around Jenkins. Jenkins 2-on-1 has Sharma trailing in return. Off glass, in and one. Aaron Sharma.
Well, it seemed like a sloppy first minute of overtime from the Western Mustangs. Finally, they get a chance to run out in transition. Jenkins knew he had So on him, so he finds the trailer in Sharma, and Sharma's just not going to miss that transition opportunity with the contact and the harm.
Sharma almost automatic, 86% from the line, missed. So we're still not at 2 as 2 hit the deck in Walker and Tennant. Laurie tries to capitalize the other way. Walker with the steal into the hands of Farkic. Good recovery, Julian Walker.
What a steal by Walker there, but actually Habimana pushed off of Tennant a bit there.
Farkic picks up his dribble on the left side near the left wing over to Jenkins, back to Farkic. Match with Habimana. Gets a switch. Dumps it underneath. Walker off glass. Ball is tipped out of bounds off Farkic, out of bounds. Good call by Frank Rizzuti. Ball is tipped by Walker and then off the hands of Farkic, out of bounds.
A better possession there, and that's the ideal shot you want from Walker. Walker just missed an easy opportunity there to put his team up.
Habimana's got the ball knotted at 96, 3:30 left to go here in overtime on 94.9 Radio Western on YouTube. What better start could you ask for? Pocket right corner, too strong by Minatello. Hugged and secured by Tennant into the hands of Farkic via Jenkins. Jenkins across the timeline. Moving left to right. Screen from Walker slips into lane. Over to the left wing. Jenkins calls for a screen from Walker on So. Gets his switch. Match up with Hurst. Penetrates into lane. Stops to the eye. Back fade away. Right foot. Bang. Eric Jenkins stepping it up in the face of Omar Shadou's absence. The fifth-year guy on Windsor getting it done.
That move, the Kyle Lowry special, just stops on a dime, turns the other way. Little mid-range fadeaway.
So, and Jenkins creates contact, and because it's bonus, it's Vern Bovell with the call. Ali So will head to the line for 2.
I don't understand how that can be a foul. Jenkins moving with his defender. It's like So's getting, these calls because he's just the best scorer in the league right now. And Brad Campbell's got to be careful here. And that's now the 4th foul also, I believe, on Eric Jenkins. So one more, and he's gone from this game, and he is just too important of a piece for the Western Mustangs.
Ali So to the line for 2. Gets the first. 98-97, 2:49 left here in overtime. Zach Friedman alongside myself, Greg Campbell, bringing through OUA Wednesday night semifinal action. A berth for the Wilson Cup on the line and a made free throw by So. Winner of this game not only advances to the provincial championship, but also will retain a berth in the national championship in the nation's capital, Ottawa, in 2 weeks' time. Farkic, right wing. Hurst to Habimana. Now it's Jenkins. Fade away right by his bench. Too short. Rebound by Archer. Strong rebound. Tough shot by Jenkins. So, the other way. Got Sharma on his feet. Mismatch, I would take that. Dribble with the left hand, stutter, back to Jenkins. 15 on the shot clock. Crosses over left to right, drives it to the left hand. On the start step, back. Minatello over Farkic. In and out, rebound tipped around. Sharma rebound. Farkic, Brad Campbell yelling push with 2:05 left to go here in overtime. Mustangs moving left to right in their purple uniforms. Walker by the free throw line. Thought about the 3 now to Sharma right in front of his bench. Sharma in and out, So rebound, got to watch for the reach. Jenkins thought about going for that, as did Sharma, but into the hands of So. So gets the switch from Habimana onto Tennant. Behind the back, ooh! Got Tennant moving, calls him out. 12 seconds, one-on-one. Length versus speed. Speed wins, step back jumper, in and out, tipped rebound, Walker. Walker with the rebound, looking for the outlet, calls it a own number over Archer. Farkic, pressed by Hurst. 3-on-3 the other way. Settling down the offense. 1:28 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Mustangs, Golden Hawks, 98 apiece. Minatello, Farkic. Minatello gets a switch. Farkic on the right wing, got a hard screen from Walker. Walker, 6 of 6 for the three-point line. Back to Farkic. Prayer up. Prayer in and out. Walker, rebound, no. Minatello hustle behind the back. Who's got 10-8 so right by the scores table, almost flew into us, so gets it. Zach Friedman with a roller coaster tilt backwards on that one, almost getting knocked over. Finding Archer underneath, so watches on Archer up and in.
Great play there by Archer. He's just been able to have his way with Western in the paint as we enter the final minute.
And here comes the crowd back down on the edge. They're all moving as close as they can. Farkic, right hand raised. Calls out Sharma on the right wing with So. Walker called for the ball versus smaller Minatello. Here comes the double from Habamana. Fouled by Archer, who said he was up clean. And Shadu talking to Walker right now saying, stay calm, great play. 2 looks of despair from the Golden Hawks and a look of calmness from Julian Walker.
Now let's remember, last time in the clutch scenario, Walker went 1 for 2 from the line with the chance to tie the game here. Let's see how he does. An 80% free throw shooter on the season.
These guys all get water. I need water. My throat and my abs are killing me right now. But why not? We've hit the century mark as first free throw is good. 199 with 35 seconds to go. Walker with the chance to tie it on the line, 80% on the year. Take you through the noise on the second one at Alumni Hall. In and out. Rebound. Who's got it? Jenkins. Second chance. Walker with the travel. Great call on the play. Sokolovich, wow.
It's an inadvertent whistle.
I think there's a travel on that. If Frank Rizzuti wants to call that, both of the coaches are going to be called over by Augie Sokolovich. So Justin Surratt doesn't want to hear any of it because he thought that was a travel. I believe it was a travel too. I know we're broadcasting for Western, but that looked like an obvious step to me, partner. So Jenkins is going to get it from Sokolovich, and they're going to have, looks like 9 seconds on the shot clock, Frank Rizzuti is saying to the scores table. So Jenkins across the scores table opposite of us. Gets it to Farkic. Farkic, Minatello. Farkic, left hand, Archer with the block. On glass! Farkic up and in. 101-100.
This is a potential 2-for-1 here for the Western Mustangs. It depends how long So decides to take.
So, over Walker, oh my God! So, over Eric Jenkins. That step back 3, patent. Time out on the floor. Brad Campbell doesn't know what the answer is. 15 seconds to go. So, over Jenkins, the patented crossover. Right hand between the legs, back to that left hand, step back 3, and my partner is lost for words as is I because it is the exact same move he's been killing with the Mustangs all night, a 2-point lead.
Not just the same move, the narrative and the way the quarter's gone is the exact same. Jenkins again going 1 for 2 at the line in the clutch scenario. 1-point game. So comes right back and he hits the step back 3. What's gonna happen on this possession now with 15 seconds? I asked the same question. Do you go for the win? Do you go for the tie? How much time do you leave on the clock for Laurier to do something here?
So I believe it's the same take as last time. Jenkins does get the ball on that one. But I mean, Walker I still think is your best player. Jenkins is a pure hypothetical scorer. So I think they go through his hands. As Farkic though is asserting his will and playing on ice veins right now. Folks, I hope you have not turned your dial or your YouTube channel any clicks away here from Radio Western as we have for the first time on YouTube a playoff broadcast, never mind a broadcast for sports in general, and it's lived up to the heavyweight tilt. 103, 101, 15 to go. Jenkins inbound from Farkic, moving left to right, screen from Walker to Jenkins on the left wing. They're going to go for the win. Jenkins gets his man moving. Jenkins is delayed. Archer blocked. Archer out of bounds on Jenkins. 4.8 to go. 4 on the shot clock.
What a swat there. Now 4 seconds left.
So Justin Surratt calling out to his team, telling Habamana to keep Walker in front of him. My goodness. Jenkins on the inbound. Here's the game. The Wilson Cup. Farkic. for the Wilson Cup title. Oh my God, Nikola Farkic could have just booked the Mustangs trip to the Wilson Cup final. Left wing 3, the Bulldog.
What is happening right now?
The Bulldogs out on patrol one last time. Partner, take over for me, please.
Well, I don't even know what to say. Farkic pulling up from Steph Curry range. Not even know what's going to happen. It could have been all over. But now, a must-score situation with just under 3 seconds to go.
1.8 seconds, 1:04, 1:03 for the Golden Hawks. Every time I'm talking right now, folks, my abs are hurting. I'm starting to feel dizzy. There's been too many exciting moments for me in this game.
Not just in this game, over the last 4 hours for us.
Getting a little dizzy, and I'm sure you guys are too listening to this. But the Western Mustangs, 1.8 seconds away from a trip to the Wilson Cup.
Now, Jim,
if Nikola Farkic gets the winning basket here, we have to get him over here after this. There's no way we can after that made basket.
But here's the question, do you give it to your guys so?
I think it goes off to Archer. We're going to take you through this, partner. 1.9. Habamana. Inbound from Rizzuti. Walker all over him. Trip. Wilson Cup. Lob. Archer. Push up. Man. Shot miss. Shot miss. Shot miss. The Western Mustangs have done it. The Western Mustangs have done it. Off the hands of Nikola Farkic. The left wing 3. Brian Campbell and his team celebrate for dear life. The Storm troop onto the court. Everyone is piling on the court. My partner has left the scores table to applaud. There are no words left to say, but the Western Mustangs are off to the Wilson Cup.
That might have been the greatest game I have ever witnessed in my life. Countless big shot after big shot. And at the end of the day, it's Nikola Farkic, the 5th-year veteran, the bulldog of this Western Mustangs team, that sends them to the Wilson Cup for their first chance at Ontario victory since 2002.
Brad Campbell, you can't ask for a better turnaround as everyone from the crowd is asked to move back down towards their respective seats as the crowd is stormed here on center court. We're going to get Zach Friedman to go get Nikola Farkic shoes. The handshakes are done. And my goodness, folks, Brad Campbell and his team, 3 straight years of heartbreak. OUA quarterfinal. Look to be on the ropes. The narrative once again. Habamana had a chance on the inbound to Minatello to end it in regular time. Didn't happen. Ali So gets a go-ahead bucket. 1.9 seconds to go. And then it's Nikola Farkic on the other end that responds with a step-back 3. The Bulldog does it again on the game's biggest stage to cap his career here at Alumni Hall, potentially. And what other way to say the officer is on patrol? It is all safe. It is all okay. And the Western Mustangs off to the Wilson Cup for the first time since 2002. My goodness, folks. I don't know what else to tell you in this situation. I mean, what can you do? 45 minutes of action on the court. And right now, we got the player of the game, Nikola Farkic.
Thank you.
I mean, talk me through that. It's the most hectic 45 minutes probably in your life. Tell me what you're feeling right now.
I have no words, honestly, man. Like, I started cramping up before overtime started. My calves, both of them, just started cramping up. This was the craziest game I've been a part of, man. I love our team, man. That just shows heart right there.
And tell me what it means for your team. 3 straight years of OUA quarterfinal heartbreak. You get through Laurentian last second, and then you, with the playground biggest game of your shot of your life. I mean, you can't draw it up like that.
Man, we needed that. The last 3 years have been tough, especially the last 2 on a buzzer beater, and then even my first year. a bad buzzer beater as well. We fucking needed that. Sorry, we needed that.
It's all
My
good.
bad.
It's
I'm
well
sorry.
earned, my friend. I mean,
sorry.
don't be sorry. I mean, you've done a little bit of everything on all your years here at Alumni Hall. I mean, to have the faithful standing up, to be on their feet there in time, to have them here storming on the court, it makes it all worth it, doesn't it?
Oh man, I just want to thank all the fans, the football team, hockey team, our parents, friends, man. It was amazing to show up tonight, and I thank everybody who came. It was amazing.
Now, we're not going to talk about your next matchup. We're going to let you live in the glory right here, right now. So all March to do is host it up by the fans. I want to ask you one thing. The last time I interviewed you, we were here for the Guelph Griffins game, and you went off. Guys went off. Should you left this game due to foul trouble? I mean, you're not a scorer by nature, but all these years of owning your craft, did you ever think in the summer at this point, you were the guy that was going to determine a berth to the Wilson Cup on a step-back three?
Not a chance with that kind of shot. I mean, I've worked on my game. Everybody knows me as a passer, and I came in tonight trying to be aggressive, scored some points early, and then it kind of got me going throughout the game. So that last shot, I knew I had to put it up, and right when I let it go, I knew it was going in.
It's a hell of a victory. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Nicola Farkas, the Bulldog, the patrol unit is out, does business here at Alumni Hall as the Western Mustangs advance 104-103, and we get Zach back on air here. Thanks for giving up your time for a second to Nicola Farkas, who hits a game-winning three-pointer.
Not just the time, just not my time, my dryness, and my hair's getting a little damp right now. Farkas obviously played a lot of minutes tonight, and I feel it currently on the sides of my head right now with how damp these earmuffs are.
You're damp, my abs are hurting, I'm out of breath. I feel like I'm in faint sometimes when I'm talking right now. Partner, we thought we had a great first game. You couldn't ask for a better first game, though the Brock Badgers did win that contest. You think, okay, if this game's anything close to that, we'll have a great game. This exceeded expectations tenfold.
Well, not only that, I mean, I've only been at Western for 3 years now, but, you know, not knowing much about their history, you can easily say that what Nicola Farkas just did is the greatest shot in Western basketball, recent memory, if not history, what he was just able to do. And before that, it was Eric Jenkins at the end of regulation, and everyone just kept topping themselves over and over in this game. And it was Western's resiliency and Laurier's resiliency also that made this game what it was today, and Western was able to pull it out.
If you guys don't hear what's going on right now, if you're not at Alumni Hall, the fans still on the court celebrating this huge victory. I mean, partner, this is what basketball is about, really.
It's absolutely, it's sports about unifying people together, whether it's on the court or off the court. And actually, it's the people from off the court right now that are gathering on the court, having their own mini rave on the Mustang at center court right now.
And it's what you want as a player, as a fan, as a university, as a marketing team. I mean, this is what you live for. This is playoff basketball. This is where the students and the community come together. And you really saw it. The fans were on top of you, it felt like, here at Alumni Hall. Right to the last second. No one sat down most of that overtime, to be honest.
Well, absolutely, but it's also, this is such a huge moment for Western, obviously, with no Wilson Cup in the past 18 years, but also now they've basically guaranteed themselves a spot in the national tournament, and they've got a chance to go beyond Ontario, and they have a chance to win U Sports for the entire country.
Now, tall order awaits. It's either the Ottawa GGs, should they win, will be at Alumni Hall here on Saturday, or up to the nation's capital where they take on the Mega Force, basically the dark force in the Carleton Ravens. But right now, partner, let's just revel in this victory here. And I mean, to talk about a team that's lost 3 straight OUA quarterfinals to come back to this moment, I mean, it's incredible. It's unbelievable.
And when all hope seemed it was lost in the fourth quarter with the turnovers and the bad offensive possessions, it was the veterans for the Western Mustangs that calmed the team down. And you know, Brad Campbell was livid the entire time, but he was just trying to fire up his boys. And it worked because they hit some big shots coming down the stretch. And even though he didn't hit many baskets in the clutch, this game, this win wouldn't have been possible without the production seen from Julian Walker today.
The big man gets it done. They're jumping in celebration on the court. You would think it's a championship game at this point. It's got to feel like this for all the work these guys have done all the fifth-year veterans. It's no more fitting than Nikola Farkic to get it done. We're going to get a chance right now. We got to get Coach Del Carmen over here for a moment. Coach, what a victory. Take me through the scene here.
Oh, I don't know. It's unbelievable. These guys work so hard. We've got a great senior group. This has been 3 years in the making for us. I'm so happy for our guys. I'm so happy for Coach. Probably the most underrated coach in the country. We did just an unbelievable job. Kudos to Laurier. They're a heck of a team, well coached. Kudos to Justin and his staff.
What's it say about your team to take punch after punch after punch? Jenkins hits a big shot when Shadu leaves on the left wing there. And then it's the Bulldog Farkic. 5 years here putting his teeth into the floor. And he's the one that gets the step back three nonetheless to win it.
You know, it's very apropos. We had our two senior guys, our fifth year guys close it out for us. EJ with that big shot on regulation. And then obviously with Nick with that huge dagger back in the overtime.
Have you ever seen a game like this, Coach?
Oh, no, never been part of it. I've been on the bench probably for 500 games. I've never seen anything like it.
Go enjoy it. Well-deserved.
Yeah, we'll see you at Nationals, Greg.
We will.
Okay, baby.
The Western Mustangs booked their trip not only to provincials, they booked their trip to the National Championship in Ottawa in a couple weeks' time. And I damn you not, we will be there at Radio Western. Live or die, we will make our way up there. I mean, Zach, closing thoughts at this point.
Legendary. All time. I mean, you can only use single adjectives to describe this game. I'm almost speechless because of all of the big moments we saw in this game and how people were able to execute under time pressure, under score pressure, under playoff pressure. They all put it to the back of their heads and they were able to just hit big shot after big shot.
Speechless. Those are the words left on those of the Laurier Golden Hawks, and what could have been. Ali So had the go-ahead three. Jenkins tied the game, big three on the left wing to send it into overtime. And then it's the Bulldog, Nikola Farkic, not only booking the trip to the Wilson Cup final, but the National Championship tournament in Ottawa in 2 weeks' time. We could go on and on and on, folks, but quite simply put it at this for Zach Friedman and myself, Greg Campbell. The Western Mustangs off to the Wilson Cup for the first time since 2002.
Thank you very much to Greg Campbell and Zach Friedman. What a game, as Zach just said. We will catch you this Saturday in the Wilson Cup final, and we'll catch you next 2 weeks' time in the national tournament. Once again, I'm Etay Kuperman. Thank you for tuning into this stream, and have a good night.